Like some people don't.
Go
Some
ahead. Go
people don't
ahead.
even know how to express themselves too. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like
Facts.
I'm talking about face
Facts.
to face. Like
That's facts.
some people don't even know how to even conversate, talk to you like face to face. They rather text you. I had people that even certain shit like business. Like I'm a type of person you gotta call me, man, or we meet up. You know what I mean?
This
We
is one
meet
of the
up.
things I learned about the younger generation, younger than yourself and me. Like in that 30, that 20, that 25, that 26 to 32-year-old range or 35-year-old range.
Yeah.
They would rather spend 30 minutes to an hour texting you back and forth, like me and the homie Lou was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They would rather spend 30 minutes to an hour texting you about a conversation that could have took 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not into that, man. I'm a person, yo. You call me, bro, or whatever. You call me. Let's boop, boop, boop. Yo, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Let's chop it up, get it knocked out so we know what we doing,
Or
we
you,
know where we going.
yeah, or people got
Because
a
by the
problem, they got a text. I don't like
yes,
that.
sir.
You gotta call me. You gotta meet up with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you
my
call
my
me or meet up
texts
with me.
my texts are very simple unless I'm trying to be funny with you for a couple minutes, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my text to you was very simple earlier today. Hey man, we still on for the night for the pod? You still
Bro,
pod with me?
I was waiting. I was right here waiting for you, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like, nah, listen,
yeah,
because I be knocking out. So I'm like, yo, let me make sure because I got
yeah.
confused. I was thinking at 6, and then I
Mm-mm.
seen okay, it's like 8, 9, so boom.
Yeah,
But like, yo, bro, I had my joint on. I have Fresco, Fresco chilling. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm waiting for my man. You feel me? Yeah,
Nah.
we gonna knock
Yes,
this out.
sir.
I said the
We gonna
6,
get
boom.
to
We
it.
gonna do it. Yeah, you
A
know what I
hundred
mean?
percent. A hundred
Yeah,
percent.
bro.
A
Yeah,
hundred
bro.
percent. But now you
I'm with
got
it.
you got this younger generation, man. It's so easy for them to be lazy now. So they pick up the phone, they go, "Hey, how you doing?" And then that message, "I'm good. What you on?" Nothing. I'm just sitting in the house doing nothing. Oh, me too. What you doing? Nothing doing. I'm doing nothing. Watching TV or watching the game. Oh, me too. I'm
Yeah,
watching the game. So
yeah.
a nigga like me would pick up the phone like, "Hey, come on over here, man. Hey, kick it with me, man. Bring a bottle."
Yeah,
Conversation
because
over.
they don't know how to express themselves. Okay, this is what I'll say too. Like in school, bro, I feel like how you have to have like gym, right? Like
Mhm.
when I was a kid, I'm thinking gym is just for fun and shit. But then you realize gym is actually people need gym. People need to actually work out, move their body. You know what I mean? You
That's a
don't use
fact.
your legs, you lose it. If you don't use your
That's a
arms,
fact.
you lose it.
That's a
If you don't
fact.
use things in your body, you'll lose it. Period.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I feel like that's with just communication skills, man. These kids don't have that. They rather text it. They don't even know how to look you at you in your eyes and be like,
They won't even
yo,
look you in your eye. No.
because they don't some of them don't really know. You know what I mean? They don't come from back in the days where you had to knock on somebody's door to see if they was home or not.
Yeah. So remember for our era, and I talked about this on previous episodes with my brother,
Yeah, yeah.
606 with Creed, with Agent Smith, 7-8. We get on there and we talk about that. Our social media, bro, was going outside, getting to know everybody in the neighborhood,
Yeah,
going to the park, going to the
yeah,
basketball courts to play,
yeah.
playing tennis and all that. These young niggas now, they on their phone all day, they on social media all day, thinking that they have actual relationships with people. And it's
Yeah.
breaking their heart and it's hurting them when they don't have relationships with people. And
Hmm.
they don't even know these niggas because they don't have to take the time to go outside and be around them all day.
But I'm gonna be honest with them. One thing about what they do have, they could maneuver that internet shit all day. I get
They
overwhelmed
can.
after it, bro. Like
Hmm.
it's too much going on. I remember Instagram when it was just the basic, yo, boom, boom, boom. Now you
Yeah.
got stories, you got posts, you got reels, you got this, you got
Highlights.
that, you got yo, bro. How everybody seeing this all day? Yeah, after like an hour with me, I'm done. I go live life. You know what I mean? Live life for real.
I'm with you. And to me, I think an hour is too much. But let me say this as well. Me being on there for an hour is how I met y'all niggas. How I met you in Fresco. That's how I met y'all
Yeah.
niggas. Cause I was on there for an hour. But for me, it's different when I'm scrolling,
Thank
bro.
it's a
I'm
thank you.
I'm scrolling for business reasons and I'm scrolling for something funny, right? But I'm not gonna be on there all day doing that because that's too much time spent. Bro, when I go to work, I have a job. For those who don't know, I have a job, right? So when I go to my job requires me to be in front of two big screens all day. So when I come home from that, I have a chance to look outside and walk around the neighbor, not walk around, walk around the downtown area. Then I get on the bus. I may take a nap, I may not. But when I'm on the bus, guess what I'm doing? I'm on my phone, or
Yeah,
I'm
but
listening
that
to
makes
whatever's
sense.
happening,
There's some of
right?
them, they don't got no job, bro. They on that shit
Mm-mm.
all day, all
All day.
night.
So when I come home, what am I doing once again? I'm doing this, right?
Yeah,
So the time that I do have where I'm not in front of any of this, I'm in front of another black mirror, which is my TV, sitting here looking at it,
mhm,
watching the games or whatever. And when I'm not doing that, I'm probably asleep, or I'm probably going out for a burger or hanging out with family or whatever it may
yeah,
be. I'm doing
yeah,
those regular things. So they are in front of these cameras, these black mirrors all day, every day, and they don't know how to put them down. They don't know how to communicate. Most of these people don't even know how sensitive they are.
yeah,
Excuse me, how
yeah,
sensitive they really are because they sit in front of a screen all day and they're judging their life by what they see somebody else doing, bro. That's
yeah, yeah,
crazy to me that you really are trying to compare your life to somebody else that's on screen and they're putting on a performance for you to watch. That's why they're doing it. They get
yeah.
paid to act for you.
Yo, you know what's even more crazy to me? Like, I remember growing up, and if you even had like before the phones really came, like really came, because they had the camera phones and shit like that back then, but it was like, it's not like today. And it's like I remember back in the days, like, yo, you pull out your phone, you're like, yo, niggas used to be like, yo, you police,
Yeah.
bro, you recording
Yeah.
me?
They
Yo,
will
you
slap your
man?
phone out your hand. Facts.
That wasn't it. Like, yo, you could not have your phone. Like when I was
Yeah,
growing up,
yeah.
we used to do shit. You can't have your phone and record motherfuckers. And motherfuckers look at
Hmm.
yo, you think police? You got the
Yo,
phone, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
Facts.
Now it's like, yo, they can't live without that shit, bro. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
fact. My
It's
guy,
crazy.
I remember growing up like that, and you are correct. Anytime somebody pulled out their phone while we hanging out and they started recording the area or recording us while we was doing something, it was automatically assumed that you were up to something sneaky because we were out having a
Yeah.
good time. So why would you break the mood and interrupt the mood by pulling out a phone and taking a picture, right?
Yeah, that shit was wild. That
You
was
and then
like,
on top of that, you had to say, "Hey, let me take a picture of my niggas real quick, man. I want to make sure that I make this moment last real quick. All right. So let me do that. Boom. You would do that, and you would get back to having fun and enjoying yourself. Now
mm-hmm.
everybody got their phone out, and they not even talking to the homies in the area, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all could literally be hanging outside, out to eat, and motherfuckers would be more into their phone, talking on their phone, than they will be in the conversation that's actually happening,
yeah,
bro.
bro. Hell yeah.
The social
Bros.
interaction has dissipated so much because of the phones. And we got to actually admit, because I was watching a movie about BlackBerry now, like a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
The guy on BlackBerry said, he said, we not making phones no more. We're making computer devices.
That's a fact. I always say that it is a
Yeah, he
device.
said we not making phones no more. We making computers that have phones attached to them. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care what they want anymore. We're moving into a new era. And I had a BlackBerry back then when it was popping.
You
Man, that
see,
motherfucker was
see.
juking,
With
bro.
the pin numbers and all that. You had to
Yeah,
get
with
them.
with the
Yeah,
4 digit pin.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, that motherfucker was juking for me, bro. That motherfucker was retarded. It was going
Yeah, that
off
was
with
the
that
shit.
thing.
That
Hell
was the
yeah.
shit. Nextels, you know what I mean?
I didn't get on the next tail, man. I know people that had them. I ain't
Yeah.
really want to be part of the chirp crew. Chirp,
Yo, the church,
shouty,
yo,
chirp
that had the
back.
best speaker, bro. Them shits had the best speaker. Them shits was a boom box. You
Yeah,
play
them
them shits.
motherfuckers was loud. They was
Yo, them
loud as
shits
fuck,
was
bro.
loud, yo.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna front. Ain't no phone got the best speaker like the Nextel. That shit was a boom box.
Yeah, it
Especially back
was.
then, they had like the ringtones and shit. Ringtones
Yes,
was the shit.
sir.
Yo,
Them
you play
motherfuckers
that
was
shit?
loud. Then after that came the
The
was it
sidekicks and
SkyTech?
shit.
The sidekick side
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
sidekick. The
yeah,
sidekicks
that
was the
came
shit
out.
too.
Yeah.
That's when AIM started popping off.
Yeah,
And that's when
yeah,
BlackBerry was lit too, because it was with
yeah.
the AIM shit. You know what I mean?
Cause after AIM was RIM, that's when BlackBerry jumped in.
Mm-hmm.
They came in. It
Mm-hmm.
was like, nah, we about to revolutionize the way the phone. And then iPhone came in right behind them in like 2008, 2010. It was like, yeah, we got it from
Yeah,
here.
bro.
We got it from here.
Back then, you remember? I remember too. I remember shit like, yo, man, yo, you gotta call me after 9, bro, or after 8.
Ooh,
You
get
got
them
the
minutes straight.
yeah, come on,
Call me.
son.
Yeah,
Yo, you be
yeah,
jonesing all night, like, you
yeah.
know what I mean? Oh, yo,
It'd be a lot of
weekends, It's
Yeah,
free.
free
Oh,
on the
come on.
weekend. Yeah. Or if you had singular wires, wireless or whatever, and y'all had the
Mm-hmm.
same company, y'all could talk for as long as y'all wanted.
Yo, we talking, we walkie-talkie, you
Yeah,
heard? We
yeah,
out
for
here.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
bro. It was crazy. It was
Yeah, it was
crazy.
a
Just
wild
watch.
time.
Yeah,
It
but
was
just
a wild
watching it
time.
now, it's just like
Yeah.
it's just wild,
Like
bro.
the young niggas now, they don't realize. Well, some of them do. And a salute to the young niggas that figured it out, man, that this shit can really pay for your lifestyle and it can propel you to take care of yourself and do things with it, man, and get you to travel and do other things with it. But
Yeah.
a lot of these young niggas will never know like the power of the phone that they have in their hand. You could literally figure it out to make $1 million deal off your phone, like Lil Wayne said. You can
You got
literally
all the
make $1 million
knowledge, bro.
off your phone. It's
You got
literally
all,
right there in front of you.
yeah, you got all the
YouTube University is literally right there in front of you.
yo, you got all the knowledge. You just gotta be disciplined. You know what I mean?
Yeah, discipline is another thing a lot of niggas don't have out here, man. And
That's something, yeah, man. Go like listen,
you're not a person that's about nothing if you don't have any discipline.
you have to, even with music, you gotta be disciplined. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
sir.
I said, bro, I started like with making beats and shit like that. So it's like, it's shit I had to sacrifice being in the lab summers.
100%. A
You know
hundred
what I
percent.
mean?
Uh,
Back then when I was
inside all
making beats,
day.
when I was
Inside
making
all day.
yeah, and when I was making beats, there was no YouTube videos like that.
Mm-mm.
It was literally like maybe 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. You know what I mean? There was no tutorials. You had to figure that shit out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it's mad. You got so much knowledge out there. A person could learn the next day and like watch so much different videos to do this, do that. But I remember back then with YouTube, it was really not that much videos like that, bro. I had to learn how to sample certain shit and I had to figure that shit out, which was a good thing and also a bad thing at the same time. Because I feel like it's when you gotta figure shit out, you cherish certain things more. Like, you know what I mean? When you
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you earned it at that point. If you figured it
yeah,
out for
yeah.
yourself while you're doing it, then you
Mm-hmm.
earned it. There's no reason for you to sit there and go, oh no, I cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say this as well, there really is no cheat code to a lot of this shit when you out here trying it, man. It's really trial
Mm-hmm.
by error. You know, you're gonna
Yeah.
keep trying until you get it right. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
way to make any of this shit work. Bro, I got
Mm-hmm.
200 and I have over 200 episodes under my belt. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
at 300 if I do this all
Keep
year,
going, bro.
this year I'll reach 300 in no time. You understand me?
Yeah, bro. And you picking what you like, and that's what's dope, bro. Keep, you know what I mean? I fuck
100%.
with your shit, bro. I fuck
I
with your whole
appreciate that.
vibe, and I appreciate you be
Appreciate
sending me
that.
videos and all that. That's why I like, yeah,
Yeah,
nah, I fuck with bro,
yeah,
Prophet, bro.
yeah,
Fuck with son, bro. We had a good
yeah.
time last time with Fresco and shit.
Yeah,
Yo,
y'all
come
was on some
on, man.
bullshit. Y'all niggas was on bullshit,
Oh,
aliens
what?
and all this other shit.
Oh, nah,
Talking
nah. I
about
like shit like that,
no,
bro.
I
I'm
understand that, but y'all niggas was talking about doing songs with Marvin Gaye
yo, who
and
wouldn't?
Easy and shit. But let me say something about that. That ain't a bad idea to use the AI to capture that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you put the beat under it and you
Yeah.
lay the
And Rick
background for
James,
that
don't
shit.
forget Rick James, man.
Rick
I fuck with
James.
Rick James.
But all I'm saying, bro, is if you attempt to do that, you would be one of the few niggas that's doing that right now.
Yeah, yeah. I come from shit like that. I'm just putting all the people like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like Rick James besides rap shit because
Yeah.
I like Rick James. I like my favorite West Coast artist is Easy E. I just like
For
you know what I
sure.
mean?
For sure.
Like
For sure.
even though people he not the best rapper. Sometimes it's
He
not
ain't
even
got to
about
be. It
that.
ain't about that. It's about the flow. Sometimes
Yeah,
about the flow and the vibe of a nigga, man. When he on the track, he riding
like
that bitch. You know.
Coolio was my nigga. Like Gangsta Paradise was my shit. I know people are like,
Oh.
that was you couldn't tell me nothing. I had that shit on cassette tape. You couldn't tell me. I don't care. You couldn't tell me nothing. That was my shit. I
Yeah.
fucked with Gangsta Paradise.
Listen, that nigga was winning for so long with that one song, bro. He was winning with that song. Now a lot of niggas wasn't fucking with it, but it won. Like it got him to a level where, like, you had to recognize this dude wherever he was, man.
Made you watch the movie, man.
That's
You
a
had to watch
fact.
the movie. Remember
Yeah.
they used to put the movie in the motherfucking soundtracks. Now I
Yeah.
don't know why they don't do that no more, but yeah,
Yeah.
that shit made me want to watch the movie. But
It
I
made
ain't
me want to watch that bitch now, bro. I'm
yeah.
curious to watch that motherfucker right now while we sitting here talking about it. Real talk. I want to see that shit right now, bro.
Yeah, that shit was I ain't gonna lie. People might because I think it's weird now as I'm older, like but Coolio, that shit was my shit. You know what I mean? I remember having a boom box and I had to wait for the songs that I like, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to say. It was a different type of We couldn't just get it like that. That's the problem today, too. Everything
Yeah.
is like this. You don't
There
value.
you go. There you go.
You
They
don't
don't.
value this.
They
But when
don't.
you gotta wait and you gotta put your clothes on, you gotta go to work and you do a whole week and you earn something. It's a
Hmm.
different value when you earn something. But when you could just you don't cherish that shit.
No, you don't. You don't look at it the same when it's like
You don't cherish
instant.
that.
When you get
I
instant gratification, a lot of time you're not gonna cherish it. You're not gonna
uh,
love it as much because
yeah.
you're gonna always be thinking, "Oh, I can do that again."
Yeah, that's why music is the way it is right now. It's oversaturated and people don't check. It's different. Even recording, bro. Did you understand back then? People actually had to run through the whole song. They couldn't fuck up. There was no punch me in.
No, there was no punch ins, and then on top of that, these niggas was walking around with big 8-ats tapes that they had to walk around with. They had to carry whole suitcases of tape from one studio to the next to go
Come on,
record.
come on.
Now you don't have
DJs,
to do that. DJs used to
DJs
walk
had
around
to
with
walk with crates.
Technic
You-
1200s, my nigga. They had to
Come
carry
on,
crates and a whole suitcase of equipment to do their job. Now they show up with a backpack and this
the
small
value,
shit, yeah.
the
And it ain't the
value.
same. Like
It
the
is not
niggas
the
don't
same.
understand they don't understand what it was like for these DJ premieres and these DJ Kid Capris and the West Coast DJs and everybody who really had to put in a work and time to make
Yeah,
that shit work. Now it's so easy for you. Now you just say I'm gonna be a DJ and you just put the program in on your laptop and you just call yourself a DJ now.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it was a that's what I'm saying. People, I feel like things was different because people value things different. You had to put the work in. It was work. It was something. It was like a when you set something up. It's like, oh, we got to do all this work, but you
Yeah,
gonna make sure you know what I mean. Everything is
yes, sir.
sounding crazy and like
Yeah,
but
it's
like
crispy.
now, I call it the plastic era. You know what I mean? Even
Ooh,
with music,
that's a
yeah,
good term.
I call it the plastic. Even with music, like I got a couple of people that try to convince me about analog and digital. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I like digital shit. You know what I mean? We are forced to live in a digital world,
Yeah, there's no way
but
around
something
it. No
about
way around it.
analog is just a different type of vibe when you listen to it. Even when you mixing songs and shit. Like even like drum machines today, like not the new shit, the old shit.
So
That's a
I'm gonna
different
say
sound.
I'm going to say what I heard DJ Quick, DJ Premier, some other producers say at the same time, and I agree. Analog is better because analog captures the environment in a room, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because it's being done a certain way. It's being done
Yeah,
on a reel or it's being done on a tape. It captures the electricity in the
yeah,
room when you're
yeah.
creating. So
Yeah,
when
I
you
agree.
listen to that old Marvin Gaye, you listen to the Wu Tang Clan, you can hear a cup in the background. You may also hear the chain swinging. You understand? You may hear them going. You may hear
Yeah,
that, right? We used to
yeah,
always hear meth go. Whatever he was doing when he was doing his verse, he would also
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah,
inhale or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
He would always do something like that, right?
yeah,
So analog, you can always hear that. With
yeah,
digital, you can't hear that because it's all programming. It's all programmed
yeah,
for you
yeah,
to not
yeah.
get a part to not hear that stuff. And if it's not programmed into it, you got an engineer or someone who goes in and they cut that out and they smooth those tracks out. So there is no noise reduction.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just like I said, it's just the whole shit is just crazy to me. Like even like you familiar with the drill music and shit, right? Like
No, I
like
never heard of drill music. What's drill music, bro? Put me on game.
nah, come on, like like out here, like like they got the New York drill and shit, right?
Yeah, I know where
And
y'all niggas got that from too. So you know.
yeah, so I'm like, but my thing is this, right? As I'm analyzing the New York drill, or just in like I'm just analyzing, and it's like watching them do it live. Yo, you can't even breathe, bro. Like there's no breath control. Like everything is like because they gotta punch in. So it's like when you actually trying to rhyme that shit right now, they can't. How can you? How can you actually rhyme that?
So here's the thing. Early on when the drill shit was happening, I made some drill shit, but it was hip hop. It wasn't like drill music.
Mm-hmm.
And the homies 606 they can vouch for it. They all tell you like he can do whatever is needed. But in order to do it without punching in, you're gonna have to cut words out. You're gonna have to cut words in, and you're gonna
Man,
have to have complete breath control when you do it.
thank
It
you. Some I seen a performance. It was no breath control. It was no breath control. It was
and
more like
see, if you do not have great breath control when you do your verse, that verse is going to have to be punched in. For me
yeah,
myself, when I do verses like that, when I ribbity sibbity ribbity sibbity ribbity sibbity ribbity ribbity, I go in knowing that I am about to say this verse 20 times or more before I go in that booth and I let Charlie Beatz record this fucking verse.
mm,
Because I have to know the cadence of the verse, I have to know the
yeah,
tone of the verse, I have to be able to enunciate, pronounce the words. And if I'm not going to, I have to know what words I'm going to slur, change, corrupt, do whatever it is I'm gonna do to those words to make sure that that verse works. And
yeah.
I'm gonna do that because I know Charlie sits here all day. My man Chuck sits here all day, and he don't want
Mhm.
to be in here listening to me do this verse for 3 hours, and I'm
Oh man,
punching in this motherfucker, bro.
yo,
Chuck don't want to be in here punching in on one fucking verse all day.
bro. I've recorded people, bro, where it's literally I don't know, bro. I don't. My patience is like I don't mind, bro, but sometimes this is like yo, word for word. It's just I don't know. I just This is a little weird to me. It's just a little weird.
I don't know too many guys that say, yo, I don't mind punching in, bro. Go ahead, do your thing. I don't mind punching in. Do your thing. Now,
Nah, bro.
because it's a
It's like
certain
yo, cat. Okay, punch me in. Dog, punch me in.
yeah.
Rabbit hole, punch me. Yo, bro. If you don't go
So
remember them rhymes, bro,
yeah.
go
And if
remember
you
your shit. That's the thing too. Go remember your shit. Practice. Use your brain. Let the brain hold your fucking memory for a few, bro.
exactly. You wrote that,
If
didn't
you
you?
don't got breath control, you can't remember
No,
your rhymes. Yo,
no.
come on. You think I, bro? Listen. Sometimes all money ain't good money, bro. Take that shit.
Yo, so I did a song called Words with Friends, and it was syllabic, right? It was a lot of syllables in the song.
Mm-hmm.
The homie Agent Smith 78 and 606 said, you're not gonna be able to fit all those syllables in that song in that one verse. I was like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, cool. They was like, all right, cool. We'll get back to you later on when you finish, when you redo. I was like, I'm not. I'm gonna take all of this, what I got,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna fit it all into this one song called Words with Friends. Now we were supposed to have multiple people in that song, but they all said, no, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? We came
Mm-hmm.
up with the song, the version of the song that's out now, which we could have redone. Like we could have that song could have been 10 minutes long between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole process of the song was them saying like I couldn't do that. So words was friends. If you're thinking about it, it's Scrabble. So
Mm-hmm.
in the song, I took the words that I had, which were multi-syllable words, and I got them all into that verse. Affinity
Mm-hmm.
of rhyme, definitively spitting my lines, infinitely equipped. So if you forget me, you remember my shine. I
Mm-hmm.
excel when I excel.
Yeah.
So when I'm going through the progression of it, it's like, yo, he actually pulled that off. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's just
That's
a
how you
matter of me.
float it.
That's it.
Yeah, because they don't know how you're gonna flow it.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean?
That's it.
It's
You
got to
hearing
stay in
it,
the
you hearing
pocket.
me, yeah, you hearing me bounce around
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on it and you hearing a rough take of it. But when I get it and I go affinity around definitively spitting my lines infinitely equipped. So if you forget me, you remember my shine.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
excel
yeah.
when I excel.
Yeah,
Fucked
yeah.
every female the devil couldn't compel and it made me sick as hell. What a
Uh-huh.
vicious tale vividly depicted well until I unveil. And I just went on and on and on and on and on. But every syllable is matching up and I'm chopping it up. Ba, 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 ba,
Yeah,
ba, ba.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
they was like, you got it. I was like, yeah. They was like, how did you get it? I was like, I just had something to drink.
Yeah, you had to bet you bend it, you floated, you bended it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
I had a little drink. I had a couple shots. Back then, if you know me, I was heavy on tequila at the time.
oh shit.
Real heavy on tequila, like
That's your
real
favorite?
heavy.
What's what brand? What brand?
Now I drink this
Nah, back then, man, when you had
back
the
then
juice. Back then when the juice was you over here bending the word. You hear you
back
bending the
then
words, bro?
yeah. So
Doing
back
some
then
space time shit.
no. Back then you six love 1800, so it was always 1800 before it got popular. Once
Uh-huh.
1800 got popular, I was like, all right, we'll mess around with the Patron, but it was literally the 1800, man. We was heavy on 1800 and then doing Patron, but um Yeah, it was just those two 1800 of Patron because I was working in the food and beverage industry, and that's one of the things that they was promoting.
Yeah.
They want to really allowing a lot of little smaller vendors to come in. This is another story for a different time, but they want to allow smaller vendors to really get into that market and make their way. So, I was always showing up with bottles of this, that, and the third. When they would
Fire.
market them, you know what I'm saying? But it was always coconut and 1800 or 1800 straight. Me, I'm a reposado guy or a Neho guy, so I always had one of those around. Um, so I was always doing that. And I did that, bro, but I went back determined to do it the correct way. So when I really did knock it down, when I really did put the song together, I said it over and over and over and over and over again while I was drinking in the crib. I'm
Yeah,
saying over
yeah.
and over and over and
Practicing,
over and
bro.
again. Yeah. So for like 15, maybe 10, 15 minutes before they even heard me do that song again, or maybe it was a shorter time than that. I had said that song over and over and over so many times, bro.
Yeah.
By the
You had it
time I
down
had
pat.
made me something to eat and came back, I could say it off the top of my head. So when that beat came on, I went,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I just jumped right on into it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that it's one of those songs that we could have done and it could have came out a lot better. But we got so much music, man. That they doing music right now. I'm doing a podcast. I just need to jump
Yeah, but
back
I
on
gotta
and
hear
start
some,
doing
bro. You
it.
gotta send me some joints, man. That's I
I can
want. I
send you
got
some
some
joints.
questions,
I
man.
can
I
send you
got
some
some.
joints.
Yeah, I want to.
I can
You know
send
what
you
I
some
mean?
joints, or you know what I'm saying. If need be, we could work on some music. I can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
whatever it is,
All
bro.
right. See, now I'm
However you
knowing.
need,
Now I'm
however
knowing.
you need me to talk to you on a track, we can get there. We can make that shit happen. I am not afraid of any type of smoke when it comes to
Yeah.
music, bro. I've been on this earth too
Nah,
long
I
to
feel
not
you,
really.
man. Rappers, listen, man. Rappers, man. Like I had to really learn about rappers, man. They be taking
Yeah,
that shit mad serious. Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
take that shit. Sometimes I think they take that shit too serious.
You should though because it's your craft. It's your
I
craft.
get it. I get it. I get it. Like
The way that you would take producing, beat making serious, engineering serious, that's your craft. So
I get it.
if I don't take it, so listen, think about it like this: if I didn't take it serious, would you take me serious?
I don't mean to take it serious like that. Like sometimes it's like for me, music like making beats. It's all about a mood, man. Like your
Okay,
mood. You know
all
what I
right.
mean? I'm not trying to take your head off on my mood. It's just a
You're
vibe.
not. You're
That's what I'm
not.
trying to say. Like, but there's
But the
some people
rapper
that
is
do.
competitive because it's all
That's what
about
I'm trying to
ego.
say. Yeah, but it's sometimes it's like, yo, bro, like
Yeah.
it's like if we playing a video game, right? We playing Mortal Kombat, man. Like I'm just having fun playing Mortal Kombat with you, bro.
I'm having fun, but I want to win though.
See what
Even
I'm
in
saying?
Mortal Kombat, I want to win.
I hear you, but
I want to
listen,
win.
you. I remember we used to play, pass the controller, make you play. I want to win. Some days I just want to have fun and play. Yo, we just playing, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean. But I don't know. Sometimes I be feeling like, I
So
get it now. I get it.
I don't know how it was for you, but growing up where I grew up at on the east side of Chicago, if you playing sports, right? You playing
Mhm.
basketball, baseball, whatever it is. Well, I'll say football and basketball. If they are up by 20 at any point during a game, pass that controller. That's it. Pass the
Yeah, yeah,
controller.
yeah, yeah,
Pass the controller. And then what they would tell you is you got another quarter. If it's early in the game,
yeah, 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 yeah,
they would say
yeah,
you got to halftime to cut that deficit down. If you don't cut that deficit down under 20, by the time halftime hit, you're done. You cook. And then they would say if you were playing, let's say you playing Mortal Kombat and the motherfucker hit you with a flawless victory, get that controller up.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I get that. I get that. But
Yeah.
we just, you know what I mean. Sometimes, motherfuckers just be like, yo, they just be going extra. Sometimes these rappers.
I hear
Sometimes
you though,
rappers
but
be
niggas is
going extra.
competitive. Niggas is
Yeah,
competitive, bro. You can't do nothing
yeah.
about that.
I see, I see. You know what I mean? I like competitive too. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I want to make good shit too. You know what I mean?
So
Sometimes
here's
they
the
just
thing.
want to.
Here's the thing for you though. As a as a producer, as a beat maker, you already got your vibe, right?
Mhm.
You
But
don't need it.
when I came in though, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
When I started doing beats, there was a lot of competitions on YouTube. So I get it. I was competing, you know what I mean? It was like making tight beats. It was a certain people that they had, they had that look. So to
Hmm.
come in, you want to make them beats and they will critique them shits. So you had to go hard. I get it. You know what I mean? I get that point. Like I had to go hard. Like I had to like I said, with no video, you had to figure that shit out. And then
Yeah.
also still trying to find your own sound, which I feel
Hmm.
like that's the topping of everything. Finding your own self through frequencies of music. Like, you know what I mean? Without rapping, you know what I mean? Trying to find your own shit through sound and shit like that.
Sure. But for you, and this is what I was trying to get at, for you as a producer, it's a little bit easier for you because you're more needed than the rapper is because you can go out right now and you can put out an 8 track project of just your beats and that'll be fire and more people will gravitate to that than they will gravitate to you putting out a 8 track project with me on it because
True,
it's a
true,
rap, it's
true.
somebody rapping
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, because
The
they look at it.
producer, the
Yeah,
producer,
yeah,
the beat
yeah,
maker
yeah,
is
yeah.
always needed more than the rapper is, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're the
I see that
foundation of it.
now. Yeah, bro. I see that now. Even like me rapping now, it's like, yo, my relationships is different with people now. It's just
Yeah,
more like, damn, bro, I'm just, you
yeah,
know what I mean? But that's when
yeah,
come in, what you saying with this competition shit. I'm coming in on some, you feel me?
yeah.
But I
You coming
see,
in just on something, yo, let's just rap, let's knock some shit out, let's do a project together.
yeah, but
But
now I know I gotta
for
take.
the
Now I got if it's Mortal Kombat, now I know I gotta do a fatality to y'all motherfuckers
yeah,
now.
I
You
have
feel
to
me?
take your head
I
off
gotta
every
take your
time.
head off.
I
Y'all
have to take
ain't
your
do.
head off.
I gotta take your head
But
off now.
as a guy who's in charge, if you're the one orchestrating the project, you can easily say, "Hey, my nigga, I want you to do your best on this project, but it's not a competition between you and me because I'm gonna have a bunch of guys on this project. It's best if you put your best foot forward on this one song because this may be the only song that you end up on."
Yeah, yeah. But that's the thing. I view it so many different ways. Like I
Yeah,
get it through the competition way. Then I also
yeah,
get it as building something way. You know what I mean? It's so much different
mhm,
ways. And I just had to like learn how to adapt to that a little,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because before
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, like before I started making beats, I was rhyming too. You know what I mean? I used to rap. Like that's how I even got into this whole music shit. I used to rap, but I kind of stopped rapping. I was like, yo, I didn't care for rap like that after a while. Like I'd
okay,
rather do the production. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'd rather just do the production. Fuck all that rapping shit. And then I just got back into the rapping shit, but I didn't really, you know what I mean? The rapping shit was just dealing with all that shit is just too much. I just love making beats. You know what I mean? I just love making
That's
beats and
fire
shit.
too, though, man. Like, cause I love I love being in the studio watching 606 and Agent Smith 7 8. I love watching E Money and my brother Ethics, Sir Ethics. I love
Mm-hmm.
watching them guys do their thing in the studio, or if they're posting it on YouTube or Twitter. I love watching what they do. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to watch y'all take the elements and tools that y'all take to put tracks together and the way that y'all chop it up and chop it up and chop it. Y'all don't just sample stuff. Y'all chop it up and chop it up and
Yeah,
chop it up
yeah,
into a
yeah.
thousand pieces before y'all put a beat together, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I love that because for me, it shows the grit and grind work that it takes to make that one song happen. Whether that song happens in 15 minutes or it takes days for that song to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, that's definitely true. It depends. It's like it depends. It depends on your mind, how it goes. Like I could make us a beat easy. Some beats take longer. Some joints take even some joints I have, bro. Like I'll leave for maybe like a year and I'll come back to it and make it brand new.
So let me ask you a question when you do that. Do you remember those beats from a year ago? Do you make notes or like how does that happen?
Well, I got a whole library. Like I've been doing this for a while now, since
Okay.
2000 and no lie, I started maybe like 2010 and 11.
Okay.
So I've been just kind of locked in, and I have hard drives, and I just go through them. And I sometimes I'm like, oh, I forget. I forget how much shit I got, but some joints I know, like I got some joints that
Yeah.
and I like to recycle my shit sometimes. So it's like if I did something, maybe whatever, I'll flip that shit to something else. You know what I mean, or into something else too. I kind of make my own shit. Like
Sure.
now, I feel like I'm having fun with it now because it's like I feel like now that like now I could do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was like, I'm making the beats, but controlling the tempo. But now I could whatever I want to do, I could create it from the rhymes to fucking mixing. That's a whole nother thing too. You got some people who can make great beats, but they don't know how to make this shit kick or punch.
Are you
You know
good
what I
with the
mean?
mixing avenue? Are you good on the mixing avenue? Because some guys
Yeah,
not, man.
I had that's the bro. When I first started making beats, I literally had to go to the certain studios and be like, "Yo, can you mix the beat?" And some people looked at me like I was kind of crazy, like, "Yo, mix the beat." And then I learned, like, one guy I went to, he went to go mix the shit, but it wasn't kicking the way I wanted to. Then I
Mm,
learned I have to do it. You know what I mean? I have to do it. He doesn't have the vision that I have. He
right.
has his own vision for the beat, and
Yeah.
I
And
like my shit. You know what I mean?
he has a signature. So when you going to him, you telling him to make it sound like this, and he going, no, I'm gonna make it sound like this because this is what sounds
And
better than me.
yeah, that's
But for
what
you,
made me
like you
learn.
said, you
Yeah,
want that shit to kick. You want it to thump
yeah.
a
I want to
certain
give
way.
that. Yeah, and only
Yeah,
I could give it that because I'm Charlie Beats.
yeah,
That's what I had to learn. Like, when the more yourself, the
yes,
more
sir.
your music is gonna become more of yourself.
Hmm.
No one else could do it. You know what I mean? That's why I learned. Like, no one could copy you, or they could try. But I always say this, man. We all like the universe and shit. Everything is not such thing as one thing, but everything is it has its own. Everything has its own flavor.
It
Nothing is the
does.
same. You know what I mean? But
It
everything
does.
is, it's not only just one thing. It's not. I'm not the only producer, but it's
Nope.
only one Charlie Beats. Period.
That's
You
it.
feel
That
me?
there you go. There
So
you go,
that's
my
how I
boy.
view it. That's how I view it. Though even where I think certain things, like it's just me. You know what I mean?
So with that said, let me get to a couple questions right now because we've been flowing and we was already talking for the welcome to the podcast. I don't even know if
Yeah,
I
bro.
said
We
this yet.
chilling, man. Come on, man. I'm feeling good. I'm happy to
Yeah.
be here. Come on.
Yeah, I don't even know if I said that, man. Welcome to the podcast. This is Full Profits Podcast. My guest today on this podcast is a guy
Yeah,
that been fucking with me for the last couple months. We be talking shit in the chat and everything,
yeah,
just kicking it, keeping on some cool shit. His name is Charlie Beach. Charlie, what's happening with you,
yeah.
buddy?
What up, man? What up? What up, man? It's feeling good, man.
Yeah, we in here having a good time,
Hell
shaking shit
yeah.
up. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? We
yeah. But
representing
I'm
for
also learning a lot about you too. I like that shit though, bro. You know what I
you
mean? I
will.
like that
You will.
because it's like you're
You
very, you know
will.
what I mean? You like you say, even if you're taking an hour, you scrolling, like you still
Yeah.
finding different things. Like it's like sample digging, bro. You feel
It
me?
is. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
same
like you
thing.
sample digging and you finding gems. And I think that's the way of music today. I feel like back then the industry kind of gave you the shit you need.
Yeah.
Today the
Yeah.
fans gotta put that work in. You gotta go
Yeah.
dig for the shit that you like. Like, you know what I mean? Like the beach, they had the little fucking
To all the people who don't know, the music that you always heard on the radio wasn't the best music out here in the world. It was the music that they preferred for you to hear. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah,
And if y'all think I'm ruining it for you all, I'm not. Because a guy by the name of Leo Cohen, who gave a lot of people their start with Def Jam and Atlantic Records and everywhere else, even said it. The only way to get music heard was to pay for it to get on the radio.
yeah,
So
man.
that happened a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
now we live in an era where you have SoundCloud, you have Bandcamp. You can literally go onto these sites and type in hip hop, underground hip hop, independent hip hop, Chicago hip hop, and the
universe.
artists that you want to hear, you will open you up to a whole universe of artists. Like it's out there. You can
Yeah,
go on Pandora and do the same
yeah,
thing, and you'll
yeah,
hear a bunch of artists that you haven't heard before. That's how you dig through music. That's what the DJs used to call back in the day. The same
yeah,
way Charlie Beats call it is digging in the crates.
yeah, yeah. You gotta dig in the
DITC.
crates.
That's
Same
it.
thing. You gotta dig in the crates. I do that shit all the time.
DITC.
Even
Yes,
find
sir.
different. I don't.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, like I always like underground shit. You know what I mean? Not even like the top underground shit, like other just people coming up, like even people who never heard. Like back then, like I remember like putting people onto people that they never heard. Like yo, like
Facts.
you know
Facts.
what I mean? Yo, to be honest, even out here, people might say whatever they want. I was bumping Future real early.
Hmm.
Future, I'm talking about before Dirty Sprite. They didn't know what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
People didn't out here. They wasn't on Future, like you know what I mean?
And the thing
Future.
about Future is even though he was putting out Dirty Sprite and all his music with Diamond or whatever it was with Drake,
Streets is
this
calling me.
this dude comes from the Dungeon family. Like Future is not dumb. He ain't no drug, no dope fiend. Like this dude comes from music royalty. This is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
no
yeah,
fool.
yeah. Future. Young Dolph. I was on
Young
Young
Dolph,
Dolph early. You know what I
Memphis, what
mean?
up?
Yeah,
Memphis,
I
what
was on
up?
Young Dolph early.
My
Mad
condolences to the
people.
family and
Yeah,
all those
yeah,
associated with
yeah,
Dolph. Rest in
yeah,
peace to Dolph.
Oh,
God bless his family and his kids, man. Rest, may his family and everyone continue to do well.
yeah, yeah, hell
And may
yeah.
they find
That's
peace
crazy.
and comfort,
Yeah,
in the midst of this time for them.
yeah,
But I fuck with Dolph.
yeah. Yo, his beats. Let me tell you, I'm a beat person.
Hmm.
I like hard, like the beats. His beat selection was already, he was up on it quick. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he was up on it quick.
Yeah. And
Couple of
not only
them.
that, but the nigga found his sound too.
Yeah. Juicy
He
J is
found his
another
sound.
guy. That's one of my
Talk
favorites.
about it. Talk about it.
Juicy J is one of my favorites. Like, yo, when Juicy
Yes,
J
sir.
reinvented his shit, come on,
Hmm.
man. Like, yo, Rubber Band Business 2 is one of my all-time favorite mixtapes.
Memphis niggas was always being played in Chicago. 8 Ball and MJG.
Mm,
3 6 Mafia. Them niggas have been getting played in Chicago since the late or early the mid 90s, bro. They had always
mm-hmm,
been getting because that music
mm-hmm,
is our type of vibe.
mm-hmm,
It fits well with Chicago, with what Chicago got going on, and that shit bang in the trunk. You can't.
mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
undeniable that them
Yo,
808s back then was
come
heavy.
on. 808s
You know
is
what I'm saying?
crazy. That should change. That
Crazy.
shit like crack. That should change the whole shit.
Yeah. It
808s
got
changed the whole shit.
it got niggas hooked on listening to beats hard as hell, putting
Hell
18s in
yeah.
their trunk. It
Yeah.
had niggas walking around in straight zombie mode, thinking they had to hurt
Mm-hmm.
somebody and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that
I fuck with
808
all
shit
of
was
that.
heavy, heavy, bro.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question because we got to get to it. Because like I said, we've been vibing, having a good time, and shooting and shit. Boom. 5 producers that you would like to work with.
5 producers I would like to work with.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Now remember, this is your list. This list may go
Yeah.
out there and it may come true now.
5 producers I would like to work with.
Hmm.
Well, I'll definitely say Juicy J because he's a
Okay.
producer. I'll put you. I gotta choose five, so it'll be Juicy J. Um, 5 producers I would like to work with. It would
Hmm.
be Juicy J.
Hmm.
I'm always gonna go with the Heat Makers too, because they the ones that
I
inspired
don't
me.
hear that. I don't hear that often. I don't hear that
Yo,
often.
yeah, because I come like that's where I like that's where I will say I come from that. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I even got into I don't want to get off of it though, but I would say him. Oh yeah, Juicy J, the Heat Makers. Shit.
You had two. There's only two so far, brother.
Um, yo, honestly, DJ Yella, bro, from the
DJ
NWA.
Yellow. Okay.
I'll do one with him. You feel me? Because
Okay.
yo, some of the older shit what he did with Easy and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that, and I fuck with that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Besides Dr.
NWA.
Dre, you know what I mean? I feel like Dr. Dre is
No,
Dr.
no.
Dre.
You don't. You
I,
don't. Look, it's
I
your
don't want.
list.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have to
yeah.
say Dre if you don't want to say him. So right now we at Juicy J, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then we
Definitely
got
Juicy
DJ.
J.
We got DJ Yella,
Mm-hmm.
and then who's the third one?
Who I'm gonna go with the third one is on some production. Ooh, there. Gonna be a good one. Who would I
Yeah.
go with on production?
On
Damn.
production. We talking about beat making
Yeah,
production.
beat making. Damn. Call me
Hmm.
good. Mm-hmm. It's somebody. Who am I thinking about right now? I feel like I'm passing somebody right now that I fuck with.
You got tons of people to fuck with though. You
Oh,
know,
come on. How am I not gonna say the RZA though? Come on, I gotta throw the RZA in there. That don't
bruh.
make no sense.
You
Staten
you
Island, I
out
gotta throw the RZA in there. I have to.
you out here repping for the Killer Hill and
Yeah, yeah,
Stapleton,
I
and you
gotta
don't
throw.
say
Come on, I'm
RZA.
sorry, RZA. Come on,
I'd
but
have
that I
told
feel like
you.
that's a no. That's a no brainer. But still, I gotta
Is
let the
it?
people
Is it
know.
really though? Because I'd have just told you, yo, lose my number
I
after this
have to say the
interview is
RZA
over.
because yo, when I go back and you gotta understand, I was a kid. Like I remember seeing these dudes outside.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have a clue. Like, I'm not. You know, I'm a kid. They out there, but I'm a kid. But then I'll go back and just for like how RZA chop shit up. Like he was ahead of his time. You know what I mean? I've hit that style. You know what I mean? A lot of that
Mhm.
style came from RZA, or maybe he could backtrack too. But RZA had that shit I like. So I'm gonna have to say the RZA. Got to put the
For
RZA
sure.
in there. All right,
For
how many
sure.
I got left? What? Two more?
So you got RZA, you got DJ
Mm-hmm.
Yella,
Uh
and you
huh.
have who was the other one? RZA, DJ Yella. Who was the other one?
Juicy J.
Juicy
and
J
Heat
Bone.
Makers. Yeah.
Heat maker. So that's four. You got one more.
Okay, one more.
You
Who
got
I'm
one
gonna
more,
put?
my guy.
Who I'm gonna put on there? One more.
It's all on you, pimping.
Hmm. If I had to work with a producer, like if I had to a producer, oh, Lex Luger. I'm gonna go without my
You
man
gonna
Lex
go
Luger.
Lex Luger?
I have to. Yo,
I
listen
didn't
to me.
expect that. I
Yo,
didn't
listen.
expect that.
How can I not pick Lex Luger? Like, yo, people don't understand that Lex Luger. Listen, around that time
So,
when BMF came, yo, his beats production before Metro Boomin, in my opinion, you know what I mean, and
it
Southside,
was. It was. You
yo,
right. It was him. It was
his
Lex. It was
his
Lex.
808s and shit is just bananas. Yo, Ham, all yo, come on, yo, Hard in the Paint,
Hard in the paint. He had
come
a whole
on.
run with Waka.
I know I'm missing a lot of more people,
No,
but
no, it's
like,
okay though. It's
yeah, yeah,
okay
yeah,
because you
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
Rick Ross jumping on that. It was
Come
a bunch
on.
of people that jumped on that thing, and then he just disappeared after that.
Yo, Lex Luger is a legend to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That nigga,
yeah, he
yo,
had a
that nigga's a
decent run.
beast. Yo,
He
he's
had
a
a
beast.
decent run. My only thing was, so this is what I say about him and his beat making, and I say this all the time. If you can't switch that up without losing your signature, you'll get lost in the sauce, bro. Like your signature has to be a part of everything that you're doing. Like when I hear
Mhm.
For Real or I hear Neptunes, when I hear they beats, I know who it is.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I know it's them. When I
yeah,
listen to
yeah,
Premiere, when I listen to somebody on the Premiere track, I know it's Premiere doing the beat.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah,
the thing is, can you switch it up? And people
yeah.
say Premiere never switches beats up. Well, that's not true. You can go listen to Annie Up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you go
Mm-hmm.
listen to Right Where You Stand with Jada Kiss on it. Those two
Mm-hmm.
beats don't sound the same.
Nah, it don't. It don't. You know, people be reaching. You know, if
They
you
try.
one person,
They
bro,
try.
at the end of the day, you always gonna be you sound you. You can't sound like the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Not supposed to. You're not
yeah,
supposed
you're
to.
not. Yeah, yeah. That's like, yo, it's not happening. Yeah, nah, nah, nah. But Lex is, yo, Lex. People don't. I feel like he don't get his flowers like he really supposed. Don't
He
get me
don't,
wrong,
bro, because
Metro, Metro, you get
that
your
situation
flowers. Don't.
happened. Like he kind of just
Yeah,
disappeared, bro,
nah.
in the
But he
midst of
made
it,
so
man.
much. He changed the game. Though, listen, he literally changed the game. People might not say it like that, but he did. His production changed the game.
I give you that. I give you that. But then the next thing that happened was you had Zaytoven just show up, and
Oh,
look what he
Zaytoven,
did.
yeah, yeah. Zaytoven is a beast too. You know what I mean? But
Zaytoven
I
shit went
gravitated to
crazy.
more. I gravitated to more Lex though because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He was more aggressive. You know what I mean? I felt like
Gotcha.
Zaytoven was he was aggressive too. He was very multi, like you know what I mean. Zay could do it mad different shit, especially how
Yeah.
he has his own signature style with the pianos,
Yes,
everything.
sir.
You gotta you know what I mean.
He got that church boy
Yeah,
in there, man.
yeah.
That shit
But
fire.
I love
Hot.
ignorant shit. You know what I mean? That's me. I love ignorant. I used to go around when I made beats, if I test it, I go outside. Yo, if crackheads was jumping, I know that shit was hit. You know what I mean?
Ah,
I
nigga
had to
said the
get
crackheads was jumping.
I gotta get crackheads jumping in. When I used to, you know what I mean? I had the crackheads moving. All right, this one's it.
Yeah.
That's before I even go on the block. You know what I mean? I gotta circle the block, get the crackheads moving. This they like this one. I like this one, but they boom boom.
My
You know what I
man
mean?
said if the crackheads were jumping when I pull up and
I'm
plays the
telling you.
beats,
Yeah, I used to
I'm
have the
on time.
crackheads moving. That's how I knew some of the beats was. I bet had the crackheads going crazy. You know, they just
Crazy.
be chilling, and next minute they,
Yeah,
you
when
know
they
what I
get the
mean? They moving. Yeah, yeah. And they got the best eye contact too, so they hearing it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. And they
Yeah, yeah,
start talking to each other that shit if that shit nice.
yeah.
Like they
But the
start
light is
vibing with
green. I
each
gotta
other.
go, so that's on them. They can get a
Yeah.
little sneak peek of
Yeah.
that.
They
That's it.
start who is that? Who is that? You know, they get to moving around. Yeah, so
Facts.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. All right.
yeah.
So let's get my next question to you is this. All right. What was your earliest inspiration in music? Like, who were you hearing early on that made you say that I love music and I want to get involved in music?
So if I have to go early on, like I grew up in a Biggie household.
Okay. All right.
Biggie was big in my family. Like it's like religion. Like you know what I mean. No one that
Mm-hmm.
says yo you got to be Christian, you got to be Muslim. That's what it is. You know what I mean. Biggie in my household, that's just what it is. That's
Word.
number one. So I'll have to say Biggie and all of that. No lie, Eminem. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Eminem was my shit. You know what I
Eminem was
mean?
in your household, man.
I know, no, Eminem wasn't in my household.
Okay.
Biggie, everybody else, Biggie, Wu, man, all of that was in
Okay.
my household. But for
Okay.
me, my generation now,
Okay.
when
All
Eminem
right.
came out, hi, my name is. I liked
Ba-dum,
it. I liked it
ba-dum.
because it was goofy. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? It was funny. It was silly. I felt like Spice Girls was lit back then. So when he talking about impregnating one of them, like, you know what I mean? It was just like off the wall shit, like shit that like nobody would really kind of say. And then I realized like some people didn't really fuck with Eminem like that when I was growing up because I was like, they were like, nah, they didn't really, you know what I mean? But I thought it was comedy. I love comedy too. I like shit that's funny, goofy, and shit like that. Just whatever. But that was another one. Eminem and shit. As far as rap, you mean, or you talking about as for production?
No, no, just like music in general. What was your inspiration?
Yeah,
Who were the people
those
that
were the
inspired
first.
you?
I'll say Biggie. Biggie was definitely like, you know what I mean. Biggie was when I say heavy, Biggie was heavy in the crib. And after I started getting familiar with rap and shit like that more, and I started exploring on my own without anybody influencing me with around, you know, beside in the woo, you know what I mean. That was it was like I said, that was a lot going on, but I didn't really understand like that until like I got
Yeah.
older. Even with Tupac, I didn't understand Tupac until I got older a little bit. Like, oh, because honestly, it was Biggie in my household. Oh, they wasn't playing Tupac in my crib like that. It
Okay.
was more Biggie. You know what I mean? Biggie
Yeah.
all day. And I
Okay.
remember when Biggie died, and you know what I mean. Everybody was it was big. Biggie in my household was very huge. It was big. So I have to say big. And
Okay.
then as later on, as I started, you know, what I'm doing my own shit.
Yeah.
Besides Eminem, I'm put in a tuck. I'm gonna have to go with my man Killer Cam. You feel me? My man Cam. That's my
Okay.
guy.
All
You know
right.
what I mean?
All
So
right.
and watching the DVDs and shit like that, that's what got me into making the beats. Because I used to
Right.
hear the little samples. I didn't know what a sample was. I thought it was a little kid in the background. You know what I mean? I used to like, how the fuck they get this little kid to sound like this on the song? Like the little chipmunk shit,
Yeah.
with Kanye and shit like that.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was little kids, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know I had no clue. I had zero clue.
My nigga, you was that clueless to some of that shit that they
Bro,
was
I,
doing out
I
here?
was clueless, bro. I was clueless. Cause like I was clueless, bro. I remember when I got I used to watch the that's how I said the Heat Makers because I seen that DVD
Mm-hmm.
and he made a beat on that shit. And I thought that shit was the most craziest thing to me. Honestly. And then I didn't just jump right into it. I got a program later on,
Mm. Okay.
Magic Music Maker. That was the first program I got, and I used to try to rap and shit with my boys and shit like that. And then you could make a beat on there, but I didn't know how to make a beat. But I tried to do some shit he did,
Mm.
wasn't successful at all in it, but that kind of inspired me because I always loved the samples and the chipmunk shit. I don't know. I always gravitated to that shit for some reason. Even with like with Mace, that they redid that. What's that shit? What you know about running in the left back?
Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom,
Like
boom, boom,
yeah,
ba-da-da-da.
yeah,
Bad, bad,
yeah,
bad,
yeah. And the
bad
locks.
boy.
I can't forget about the locks too. When I say Biggie, I'm talking about Little Kim, the locks, big, all of
Junior
them. All
Mafia.
yeah,
Junior
yeah. I'm talking
Mafia.
about all of that right there was in my household heavy. And the woo.
Okay.
Heavy in my crib. Heavy,
Okay.
heavy. But that's what inspired me to get into like that chipmunk shit when I seen the DVD and I was like, you know, I fuck with Joel Santana and I'm hearing like, yo, these beats is hard. And then later on, I got into the beat. I got into the beats later on though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that shit was. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah,
I fuck with you.
Biggie.
I fuck with you, man. I fuck with you, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so talk to me. What you think about these motherfucking bum ass Knicks playing and being in the second round of the playoffs? Do you even care about that right now, bro?
Nah, not really, bro. I mean, listen, I always feel like people from New York only care about the Knicks and shit. But listen, shout out to the Knicks. I know if the Knicks ever win a championship, we all
It's
outside.
gonna be
That's
y'all
it.
gonna be lit out there. It's gonna be
Come
litty in the
on,
city.
man. We
Yes,
need that.
sir.
Come
Yes,
on, they
sir.
ain't win since the 70s, man. They shorts was all the way up here and shit like that.
Yeah, they on coochie cutters back then,
Yeah,
bro.
come on, man. The
Yeah,
headbands
motherfucker.
was on the, you know what I mean, on the wrist.
Them motherfuckers still got rashes from that shit, bro. Wearing those
Yeah,
shorts,
man.
bro.
We need something good out here, man. We need something good. What about you, bro? What inspired you? Because you got some bars. I just heard some shit. I heard some shit. What got you into moving and grooving?
The first song I heard, I've said this before, Self Destruction. You headed for self destruction. That's one of the first videos and music songs that I heard. And
Mm,
then a song that was comical to me was boom 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 boom. Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big butts, right?
okay, okay.
Right? But it was an
Uh-huh.
exploration of music. Why are these guys saying these type of provocative, seductive things in music that are allowed? What is it that they're saying? And then I started listening to the music, and Sir Mix-a-Lot was just telling the truth about his life and his testimony.
Mm,
What he would say, take an average black man and ask him that, she got to pack much back. He was saying, we don't
mm,
want no flat butts. We want a woman
mm,
who has nice curves and a nice fat
mm-hmm,
ass.
mm-hmm,
That's what the
mm,
song was about. It was about him
mm-hmm,
saying the industry, their industry promotes skinny white girls with flat asses.
mm-hmm,
In our neighborhoods, there are no skinny white girls with flat asses. So we ain't having that. We
mm,
like women with ass. That's what Sir
mm-hmm,
Mix-a-Lot was saying in
mm-hmm,
the song. So
mm.
fellas, yeah. Mama, turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back. He was like,
Oh yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
yeah.
sounded wrong. It sounded ratchet. You know
It
what I
sounded
mean?
ratchet,
It
but
sounded ratchet, but he was saying some shit.
he was talking. He was telling you the truth.
Yeah,
He was saying, yo, in y'all neighborhood or where y'all from or the models that y'all like, y'all prefer y'all models to be 6 feet, 110 pounds,
yeah,
120
yeah,
pounds.
yeah,
There ain't no 6 feet women that are 120 pounds in
yeah,
our neighborhood. And
yeah,
if they
yeah,
are, they thicker than your thickest white bitch at the time.
yeah, yeah. Because they going by that European shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's their standard. The European standard is that you have to be white and you have to be
Mm-hmm.
a stick
Mm-hmm.
figure. In our
Mm-hmm.
neighborhoods, if a woman is 6 feet tall, more than likely she got the body of a goddess. She was an
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
yeah,
to us that's what an Amazon looked like. An Amazon
yeah,
was a woman with an actual
yeah,
body. She
yeah,
was
yeah.
she was kissed by the sun or she was hugged by the sun and her body was shapely, but she was a
Mm-hmm.
warrior, right?
Yeah.
And she that was accepted. We didn't look at women. We looked at them and went, what, yo, why do they like that? It looked like she's
Mm-hmm.
malnourished and she's not fed,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Because
So why would we want a woman that looked like that look like she's malnourished and she's not fed? We
mm-hmm.
prefer the woman with a body with curves and everything because that means that yo, we can do a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? That means that you're fertile,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's one of the first things.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fertile and you take care of yourself and you like your body and you take care of your body. Like that's how we saw it. That's why he made that song. So then
Yeah.
the songs after that was damn near everything that Wu Tang was doing, Redman, Muddy Waters, and stuff like that. For me, those were the songs that the albums that I was gravitating toward. Dog Pound, Doggy Style. I was
Yeah,
10,
yeah.
11, 12 years old hearing this music and going, yo, this is so much different from me hearing church music all day, every
Mhm.
day, or hearing
Yeah,
jazz
that was
music.
my shit too. Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
this is the music that I'm hearing. And even though I'm hearing a lot of West Coast music, the music that I'm sitting down writing at 11 or 12 don't sound nothing like these niggas, man. Because
See?
I'm not talking about busting guns and shit. I'm talking
Yeah.
about me shoveling snow or me
Mm.
trying to make $5 or $10 or my
Yeah.
mom, you know what I'm saying, got to go to work and she has to be at work for the next 12 hours and she don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what that feels like to be away from my mother. She don't understand what it's like to be away from her. So this is
Mm-hmm.
my vantage point of what I'm giving her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they
Mm-hmm.
don't understand that type of stuff because it's just me as a young kid, 11, 12 years old, creating. I used to create songs for my younger sister.
Oh, that's fire.
We be doing stuff like that. So that's what I did. So the art of rap and hip hop was always there. I was inspired by it, and it was one of those things that made me want to tell my story more, which made me
Yeah.
say, hey, in order to continue to tell this story, I have to get better at this, right?
Yeah,
Because I have to
yeah.
be a better rapper and I have
Yeah,
to be a
yeah.
better lyricist, but I have to also have something to contribute. So I have to be living life and be doing things to contribute to hip hop. into my lifestyle to make sure that I can continue to rap about these things. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
you had those guys and you had the Wu-Tang Clan, and then later on you had when I met my homeboy Ethaniel. Ethaniel, what's happening with you, bro? So when I met Ethaniel, he was on AT Aliens. While he's on AT Aliens, I'm over here listening to the RZA and
yeah,
Wu-Tang and everything like that. Like I'm deep into it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I got Jay-Z Blueprint Volume 1 playing, and I got all this other different music that I have that I'm
yeah,
aware of, and we're trying to swap it out with each other so we can understand, get a better understanding of the music that he likes and the music that I like. And he like, bro, you need to be focused on this. This is where it's at. This
yeah,
is the
yeah,
real music.
yeah,
This is real music. Like that shit you listen to is okay, but that shit is just loud and they just banging on that music, man. But
yeah, yeah,
you need to
yeah,
hear some music. You need some soul food. And that's
yeah,
what at the
yeah.
time I don't know if you remember at the time, but you were a little younger than me.
With
But
a
at the time,
movie?
no, not the movie, but that's what they were
Oh,
saying. When you listen to Outkast, that's what they was
oh, I
calling it. They
fuck
was
with
calling it
Outkast. Yeah,
yeah, they
yeah,
was calling it soul food at the time. Like you
yeah,
need to get some
yeah.
soul food. Goody Mob. They were calling it
Yeah,
soul food.
yeah,
You understand what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. I love
it
all
was
that shit, bro.
yeah.
But I even like on the bro. I'm gonna keep it not even, bro. I even love just the old Motown shit too. Like
Facts, 100%,
yeah. I listen to
a
so much
hundred
shit,
percent.
so much different shit. Like you like even from digging through even like me going finding samples. I actually
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the music. I just don't want to just take I actually enjoy the music.
You
Shit
have to
that
appreciate it. Yeah,
yeah,
you have to
bro. Just the
appreciate the music.
sound, just how like different shit certain things is, not just in I'm talking about, bro. The only genre I could say I'm not too much of a big fan of,
Mm-hmm.
but I have songs that I do like is death metal. That's it. That's the only one I
Okay,
could say.
okay.
Country, I fuck with. I listen, I dig through mad shit. Like
I fuck with
techno is one
country.
of my favorite. Techno
I fuck
music,
with the
trance music
techno.
is one of my that's one of my go-tos. You know what I mean? So it's like I like so much different things too.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, like you know
But
what I
that's
mean?
your ears though. Your ears have grown, bro, and your ears have matured along with your brain. So
Yeah,
when
bro.
you're hearing music, you hear music differently from other people that are listening to it. Like you're not hearing the
Yeah,
same thing. So
yeah, like
they don't
yeah.
understand what you hear and you don't and you're trying to explain it to a group of people who have no idea or no concept of what it is that you've gone through to get to
Mm-hmm.
that point
Yeah.
and educated yourself on that.
Yeah, like jungle music, like from England, because I have family from England too. So they used to
Okay.
come over, you know what I mean? And they used to play, like come with CDs or tapes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and play like like jungle mixes and shit. Before kind of the
Yeah.
what's the name? Not the EDM, the dubstep joint. I mean, even
Yeah.
my cousin used to put me on first to the dubstep,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it kind of came from like that jungle shit, like you know what I mean? The bass, drums and bass and stuff like that, and that's how we get like to now with the bending the 808s and all
Yeah.
that other
I
extra
used to
stuff.
think
But
that shit was crazy and chaotic until I went and discovered it for myself and I was listening to the music. And I said, they on to something. What they did was they took um what we would call house music
yeah, perfect.
and they turned it into
Yeah,
something else, right? Techno music. Like they turned it into something else, but the origin of it is house music. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of those things like I still enjoy and I still love
Yeah,
listening to it, you know?
yeah, yeah. Music doesn't stop evolving. You
It
know what I
don't.
mean?
It
It
don't.
doesn't stop. Like, you know what I
It don't.
mean? If
That
because right now we in this new debate of hip hop where this is not hip hop and this is like things is always gonna bubble into different universes of different
that's it.
music to different things. Like, you
That's
know what I
it.
mean?
That's
Maybe
it.
you want to
K.
call it something else, but at the end of the day, it comes from that. And then hip hop also came from what they want to say rock. You know what I
There you
mean?
go. There
And
you
then
go.
all that soulful stuff comes from where? The church. You know,
Yep.
all
That's the
soulful
R and
music
B.
comes from the church. It comes,
Yeah.
that's where it comes from. It comes
That's
from
it.
stuff like that. So
That's
everything
it.
just evolves into, and that's one thing I learned about music. And that's why one of my biggest things, what I want to do, I want to make something where it's like, you know, evolve, make my own shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fuck
But
that.
see,
Like,
so
you know what I mean?
that's the thing that I realized, especially when it comes to hip hop. The hip hop music changes every 5 to 7 years or every five to
Has
ten
to.
years,
Has
right?
to.
So we went through the early phase of the social conscious music. We went through the balling era. Then we got to the drug dealer era, then the trap era, then the trap and drill era. In between there, we got the stripper era, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now we are where we are now,
The
right? Now we
content era now. This is
yeah,
the
now it's all
content era.
content. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's all these different things. Like it's gonna always change. And remember, hip hop is only 50 years old,
I
my G.
know. That's what I'm trying to say. Yo, bro, when I started listening, it was new. I didn't know, but that's the thing. I don't, it was Slick Rick and all these, you know what I mean? It was how, that's old news. Not it wasn't even what 10 years yet. You
Yep,
feel
and
me?
the shit gotta change. The shit is going to change. It's not gonna stop. But what needs to continue to happen is more of us, yourself, myself included, the people
Yeah,
I know, the people that you know. We have to do a better job of maintaining the music and ownership of the music as well, because there are people who are taking the music and doing what they want with it, whether we like it or not. And we have to do a better job of having ownership of our music, whether we put it on our own website,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
whether we put it on Bandcamp, choosing
yeah, yeah,
Bandcamp,
yeah,
or
yeah.
choosing some other site where they do govern our music and they do take care of our music and they do appreciate our music instead of depreciating it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we have to do a better job of that, because if we don't, these jagoffs and assholes get a hold of our music and they treat it whatever way they
Yeah,
want to.
I feel like things will definitely change because now artists are becoming more smarter than what they are back then. You know what I mean? So now they know, like, wait a minute, like you got more artists pulling their music off of Spotify now. Like, know
Yeah,
what? I'm gonna put it on my own, like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's gonna evolve. That's gonna evolve too. You feel me? It
So
is.
let me say this. I did an interview with Sean Dunn, aka Finney and Saint Omar, right?
Uh huh.
One of the producers for Little Brother. He told me this shit last year that the streaming is for those who appreciate that. He said, but at some point it's going to go back to hard copies and shit like that. He said, so for everybody that's listening, get ready. He said, I'll give you the plan, I'll give you the play. And
Yeah.
on my podcast, which I'm gonna put some of those clips out later on, he goes into it, he goes in depth with it, and he speaks on it, and he talks about it. So I'm gonna put that out, but he's not the only
Hmm.
one. I just had an artist on
I
there
heard about
recently.
that. Yeah.
Implied got
Yeah.
on my podcast, and he says, I understand music, I understand what I'm doing, but the streaming shit is cool, but putting the power back into the artist's hands is the best way to do it.
Of
And
course.
when you look at what J. Cole is doing and you go, yo, what he doing is working. Of course it's working. And the reason why it's working is because an artist is deciding that he wants to have a one-on-one relationship with his fans again. So he's
Word.
charging a dollar for his mixtape. And
Like where they put it on CDs.
yes, sir.
Yo, bro,
Yes,
look,
sir.
I got a whole CD maker right there,
There you go. There you go.
like
There
a
you have it.
burner, like, you know what I mean. So
There
I
you have
already,
it.
but my thing is this is like I got a question, right? Like,
No,
do
let me
you
finish though.
feel
Let me finish. Let
okay,
me
okay,
finish.
okay, okay, okay. I'm
So
sorry,
when
I'm
you look at
sorry,
a guy
my
like
fault.
J. Cole, no, you good.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at a guy like J. Cole, let's say he has 3 million followers on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of 3 million followers, all you need is maybe 5 to 10% to buy a CD for $1, $3,
Mm-hmm.
$5.
Mm-hmm. Facts. I agree.
You made your money.
I agree.
You made your
But
money.
my thing is this. I wanted to say this. Do you feel do you feel like you need to hold something to own something? Do you feel like you physically have to hold something to own something?
How else can you own it? Because if you don't have the content, you can't say that you own it. If I buy it online and I'm streaming it, I always have it, right? But I don't own a piece of it. Listen, in the moment of me having it, I can always go back to it and say, "Look, this is what I did at that point in time," and
Mm-hmm.
I have that, right? And in 2026, I bought this and I have it. If you're streaming it constantly, it's just a stream. You don't really care about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about you having ownership. It's about you having a piece of history. That's all it is.
Even
But I
with movies, DVDs, do you feel like you gotta hold it to feel like, yo, I have, like, you know what I mean? I have this movie that I love. Like, this is the movie I love.
boom, got you. Heard what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I hear the underground part. I hear the underlying issue with what you're saying. If they cut the service off right now, or your streaming, and you bought a bunch of stuff online right now for 19.99, $20.99, $9.99, and all those movies. And they decided to just cut it off. Do you have it still?
I don't think so.
Right. So if I have it, if I have the DVD copy, and I can go in there and I can go in my DVD case and I can pull it out and I can plug up my DVD player and I can play it, or I can play it on my PlayStation. Who is it hurting? It ain't hurting me if I got it.
That's true. But there's another thing too. Even with the games too, bro. Like if you don't have internet, you can't even play the system. That's another thing that's wild to me.
That's
What if
true.
you like? Why can I
But see,
not play the game
the
if I
only
don't
thing
have
I don't
internet?
the only thing I don't like about that is if I'm not a gaming person that wants to be online playing with these other niggas that I have no desire to know, get to know or play any games with, I should need that. I should be able to go into the store,
This is what I'm.
grab a hard copy, or go online and download it and say, I don't care about international play or global or whatever like that. I'm just here to play the game because I want to play the game.
I hear you, bro, but I feel like they just moved this world into a rent world. Like they don't want people to have nothing. They want people to rent everything, rent cars, rent movies, rent your music,
My
rent.
nigga, you just hit it on the head.
Yeah, they
The
want you
next
to rent
plan
everything, bro.
The next plan that they have in motion is for you to have nothing. You
Yo,
will own nothing and you will
yes,
be happy. That's the direction that they're moving in.
bro.
I'm glad you said that.
Look at the programs, Pro Tools. Before you could buy Pro Tools, you have a CD, you have Pro Tools. You could pop it in any computer. Now it's a subscription fee. You got to pay every month to have it. Even with fucking what's it called? Photoshop and all. Like before you bought a program, that was your program.
That was
Now
yours.
you got to pay every month. Why is that? Why is everything you gotta you can't you is everything is for rent? Nothing's to own nothing.
Nope. And the longer that you're on there, the more you pay attention to it, the more money they get out of you. Because that subscription is never
Yeah.
ending. It's not like that you pay until you reach $150. You're paying
Yo,
until it's done.
it's over. This whole shit is a scam, bro.
It
Yo, the more
is.
I look at this shit, the more I'm like, yo, this whole everything is a fucking scam. It's always somebody trying to
It's a
scam you.
hustle. It's a big hustle, and the because we are consumers, they know that. They know that we are big consumers of everything. Black people alone, they say spend $3 trillion a year, right? So if you're looking at all the subscriptions and everything that are never gonna stop, how many people are pouring their bank accounts, like myself, Amazon and everything? Because how many people are pouring a lot of the money into these companies that don't really care about you and they don't have anything that you can gain
They
from it?
don't, man. This shit is wild, man. It's a wild trip. I just be because I sit back, I just be thinking like, yo, you know what I mean? Because it's like at first I thought it was cool streaming and shit. Going back to that, I thought it was cool. I thought like, yo, but then I
I
feel
didn't
like
though. I didn't. I was like,
I
man, I'm gonna be on iTunes. I'm gonna be buying Royce 59 shit. I'm gonna be buying, you know what I'm saying, the alcoholics. I'm gonna go buy all the Scarface shit. Ghetto Boys Resurrection. I'm gonna go buy all uh the Outcasts. I'm gonna go buy everything. Common. I'm gonna go buy all that stuff. Twister. I'm gonna go buy all that stuff. And then you look up, and then the subscription itself says that if you get the subscription, it's for $9.99 a month and you
mhm.
hear all the free music all you want all day. What?
But bro, I used to be on the bus, bro, with a fucking a CD player and a fucking booklet of CDs, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
was
So
that guy
I
too.
I was kind of like, oh, streaming, like I don't gotta have no booklet and shit. Like, yo, that was a lot of work. And then you got to make sure the CD don't skip and shit, cause too. Remember, you know what I mean? Maybe they make the new shit now, but before you move that shit wrong, you had to take the shit out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Rub
mean?
it on you. Put your hot breath on there.
Yeah,
Rub it on your belly.
tape was
Yeah,
annoying too.
yeah.
Yo, bro, I had to.
The thing and the crazy thing with the tape is you had to make sure you had to pay attention to it because it would fold up and twist
Yeah,
up while it was in
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah. But if you
yeah.
notice too, there's always something wrong because now you got buffering problems. That's it, like you know what I mean. Like
So
when tape was acting up, now that shit's buffering and you can't watch the movie or some shit like that, or the song ain't playing the way. Like
my
it's
nigga, you
always
don't think
something, bro.
it's yeah, but you don't think that shit is on purpose?
I mean, I feel like it's
So
inedible.
so
Like
listen, so listen. You don't think they made it from the tape era to the DVD era to the now the point where we can just download automatically? Excuse me. And
yeah,
you don't think that we just have problems for no reason. I think that shit happens for a reason, bro.
Because humans always want to make shit.
I think it's not only that we're viruses, our damn selves. I think that,
Yes, I always say that too.
yeah, we are a virus. Look at what we do. It's not just because of that. It's just because also they may be having a surge in productivity. They may have a bunch of people logging on watching the same thing that you're watching, and they can't handle the traffic, so they have to update their software or update
Yeah,
what they have
yeah,
going on in the background to make sure that they can support that, bro. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? But to
yeah,
me, it shouldn't affect anything that I'm doing. They should be able to handle that wherever they are. It shouldn't have it shouldn't have any effect on what I'm doing, but it does because it's happening in real time, my G.
yeah, yeah.
It's
This
happening
shit
in
is
real time.
wild. This shit is wild, man. I'm just wanting to see what's the next shit. But I kind of see it now, man. It's just like,
You see it
like
already?
I just feel like everything is gonna be just non-physical. But that's what I'm thinking. Like,
But then
do
we
human
we we
beings
there right now though. We there
that's what
right
I'm
now.
but do human beings need to have something in their hand to they do is this something in our monkey DNA that we need to have something to hold to feel like we own it? You know what I mean? Like, but then again, I asked some of my like my cousin, he's younger and everything, and they're not bothered by it.
Let me
That's
ask you
another
this then.
thing.
I'm a book lover,
Mm-hmm.
right? If all of your books on Kindle get wiped out tomorrow, what books do you have?
Well, that's another situation. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, some, listen, man,
I
we
just
got
took
these
my books off the
iPad
shelf.
babies, bro. Look at these
Yeah,
iPad
I
babies.
I get that, but I just took some of the books off my shelves, so I can get myself in the mode of moving because I want to get up out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my
You gotta take
neighbors,
your
man.
couch though, right? You gotta have the couch, bro.
This couch, no, I'm gonna get a new couch, man. I'm thinking of
ah, okay.
getting a
That's
leather. This couch done had a lot of good times and bad times. This motherfucker is
yeah.
nasty. It's a wrap on this couch, man.
Ah, man, that's
This
the
couch
error
didn't
right
even.
there, bro. When I
Yeah,
see,
there it is. You said it. You said it. It was an error.
yeah,
It was an error. This couch did a lot of good for me. You know what I'm saying? I had family,
yeah.
friends. Um, yeah.
The show was on the couch, bro. You know what I mean? When I
Hey,
see the couch,
we gonna listen. We gonna grow. We gonna progress, man. The next
I'm
couch
with
is
it.
gonna be something dope. You know what I'm saying? So the next couch probably. Well, I ain't gonna say what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be matching with everything else around me, and it's gonna
Ooh,
make
I like
sense.
that.
You understand me?
Yeah, man.
And
I gotta
it's gonna
come
fit
back for
in
the
well.
next couch, man. We gotta get me
Yeah.
back for the
Look,
next
look.
couch, man.
I can do. We can do all that, bro. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So, everything must grow. Everything must change. And I've had my growth, and I've done so much in my life, man. But just think of that for yourself and for myself. All the kids that are coming up now, their phone tells them that they have a download for a book. I have the physical copy. So if you lose that, that's it for you. I have the
Now, I
physical
agree.
copy of a book. You understand what I'm saying? So
I
to me, the
agree.
physical copy of the book will always matter, but it just depends on who you are. I don't
That's
believe in letting books go. To me, it's more of a, and maybe I should or shouldn't say this, but it's more of a slow death for reading, right? The way they did the in Egypt, in Africa, the way they did the Library of Alexandria, where they burnt all the books and then the
yeah,
rest of them they
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
I don't believe they burnt all of them. I think they took a lot of those books and they put them under the Vatican,
Mm-hmm.
in Italy. But it's a slow death, and it's a great way to mutilate you and murder
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mentally by taking
Mm-hmm.
books away from you. You sitting in front of a screen, and now they don't even sit in front of a screen because they got their headphones on, and the book is telling them because it's reading to them because of the audio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy that wants to read. I'm the guy with the dictionary, who sits here and he looks at the words that they have in the book and he says, "All right, let me go look this word up because I don't understand it and I don't understand the context in which it's being used." So
Mm-hmm.
it's imperative for me to do that. But if they decide to shut down Kindle or your phone, how can you motherfuckers read and know what the fuck is going on and what somebody's telling you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I agree. That's because was it Lord of the Flies? Was it that movie where they burnt the was it one of those movies? Not Lord of the
I'm
Flies.
not sure, but I gotta watch Lord of the Flies. You
It
just
was one of those movies where, like you said, it was knowledge. They burnt all the books. They didn't want people to have books and shit like that. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to see. I will feel how you feel, but
Mm-hmm.
the iPad, I call them the iPad babies because these iPad babies know how to work the iPads better than you and me at 1 years old, 2 years old. I don't think they're gonna have a problem with not having books because they was raised with no books anyway. You know what I mean?
So then that means there needs to be a form of discipline for them since they don't have books then, right? So what are they
I'm
doing? When they don't have books, what are they doing? Are they going back outside? Are they keeping it a honey bun and being legit and going outside and getting to know their neighbors?
Nah, man. I think the iPad babies is you ever heard of like okay, like like self-flying planes or self even cars like now like they got the Tesla that can drive by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember older people like, I'm not getting in a car where there's nobody to drive by itself. But this is not meant for you. It's like the kids who grew up on the computers
Yeah,
and now some of these iPad, they grew up on the computer. So they don't mind getting in
yeah.
a airplane when nobody's flying the plane. Like they grew up on it. So I think they were gonna be more comfortable with not having books. It's that they're the target, not us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We
No,
already
it's
passed
not
that
us.
stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. But at the same time, even though they're doing it for them and they're making sure that they get them on board,
this is us as parents. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
How do you process that as a parent? Like, what are you doing to make sure that your kid doesn't go too far and think that he's better than anybody else because he has that means of transportation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all for me because you get if you get the wrong child or the wrong two or three children and they out around regular people who don't have
hmm
it, you know how children are, man. They gonna
hmm
act out what they feel, and they gonna say, "Oh, this person is poor. This person is a peasant." And if
yeah.
you come from where I come from, how to get you hit in your mouth.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how we grew up anyway. You know what I mean? But you learn. You had to, they was cutting your ass. I ain't gonna lie. You got high waters on, you getting cut, bro. Yeah,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? They was cutting you down. Like you was your shirt too tight. Yo, I had corduroys. Oh nah,
Yeah.
you getting cut down, bro.
Yeah.
You getting cut down. But I don't know, man. This world is it's gonna be interesting. But I feel those principles, man. Keep books on the side, keep hard copies, keep
Hundred
keep keep.
percent.
I like the physical things. Me personally, I like to, I personally think things in the future is gonna be non-physical. I think in you're gonna have people gonna have the glasses. The whole internet's gonna be on your frame. Shit's just gonna get more
Yeah.
smaller,
What you think
more.
about that? Because that's a situation I want to stay away from with putting the glasses the internet on my glasses. Like I
I
don't want nothing to do with
mean,
that.
I
Because
mean,
in a little bit you're gonna have motherfuckers living outside of their glasses, inside of their glasses,
yeah,
bro.
bro. Listen, man. Listen, man. This, yo, listen, bro. Just imagine humans in the next 10,000 years, bro. Like, yo, and I always feel like what we imagine is what we make happen. You know what I mean? That's how powerful the brain is, the human mind. What you imagine, we create.
Yeah.
You know what I
To,
mean?
to
Like,
everybody watching the podcast, you are living in the age of the future and future technology. Even though your
yeah,
cars are not flying, you are in the future. Go back and look at Star Trek when they were on those computers and they were dialing everything up and they were pushing things to the side
bro.
and pushing stuff off the screen. That's this right here. You're able to
Word,
do that now
bro.
with this right here.
The first computer was like two rooms, bro. Now look, this shit is in your palm of your hand. And guess what, bro? That's just not 10,000 years, bro. That shit's gonna be in your body. It has to be because, like I said, not for me. I'm most like I ain't gonna be alive.
We ain't gonna
But
be here for that, bro. Thank
but
God.
but 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 let's just say, if humans do live long enough, if because the more technology grows, the more dangerous the weapons become. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, 100%.
Weapons becomes how can you I feel like technology will always grow, but you got to have some type of responsibility as us as human beings. We got to have some type of responsibility when we have these things because it's
It don't
like
look like
just
they
where
changed.
Iran, like what's it called Iran, or they don't want them with nuclear weapons. Listen, you can't. I was telling my uncle, you can't stop somebody from not getting nuclear weapons. You could bring them down all day. They're not. No one. They're never gonna stop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They're never
100%.
gonna. They're never gonna stop. Like no one's gonna stop. If it could be done, human beings are gonna keep doing that shit.
Over
Keep
and over
doing it.
again. over and over again, copying the same formula
We-
over and over again, bro, until they get it right.
Yeah, like, and especially gonna be new breakthroughs of new technology. That
Yeah.
shit is like, you know what I mean? You can't stop that. So most likely, I could see humans destroying themselves more than anything, like you said, like a virus.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
because you gotta like, it's like you gotta have some like okay, even with guns, right? They always gotta, oh, guns, but they make guns all the time.
All
But
day,
people
every day.
could, now
They
you
don't
got
stop.
3D, now you got 3D printers, you can make your gun. Like, you don't gotta go to the gun store. You don't gotta go meet John in the back. You can get a 3D printer and print your gun. That's just the beginning. What do you think in the next
Which
20?
is crazy, bro.
Is it really crazy if you think about it? Is it really crazy? My thing is this: you think that's really crazy?
It's not, so maybe I should use a different word, but the fact that you can go home and so even with that, I've watched these guys make 6 to 7 foot statues of their favorite Street Fighter character.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you get another video where a guy goes in and he can create knives and everything else, bro.
Bro.
And
Now, no.
to me, let me
Mm-hmm.
say this.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think they out here letting these guys experiment. They letting us
Bro, you
experiment to
can't.
say, hey, what can you do and what can't you do with the technology that we about to give you?
Bro, okay. Would you stop somebody from doing dark science? Like, you know how
No.
deep science could go. There's good stuff of science, and there's
Yeah.
also the dark side of science that people don't want to talk about, like cloning. You think
Yeah.
you think now if you could clone, there's more shit you could do. It's the imagination is free to do all types of shit. Like, yo, bro, if we could just start learning how to build atoms in our homes and smash particles together and build little nuclear weapon, when technology becomes, everything becomes so like, oh, easier. Like, you know what I mean? Like now,
So here's the thing: we are going in that direction because once they figure out how to make this shit nuclear, right? That's the direction that they're going. I'm sure you already read about
of
that or you heard
course,
about that. Like that's
without
the
a
direction they're
fallout,
going in.
bro.
Yeah,
Without a
without yeah.
fallout,
So
that's the
once they realize how to go from nuclear to fish, was it fission?
yeah,
Not fusion, but fission. FISSION. Once they figure that out, and they'll be using it in the air. You'll be doing all this stuff in the air without touching anything. It'll be energy that's reusable. You'll just be able to pull it up and just be able to
bro.
use it all
Push
day, every day.
button wars all day.
Yeah,
Wars is gonna just be push buttons, bro. Just
yeah.
boop.
I don't want to be there for any of this shit because how do you regulate stuff like this? Like you got to be very careful with these type of
You
things.
can't, bro. It's human beings. Human beings put these like countries and all this. To me, that's all
Yeah,
imaginary shit. Like, it's continents. You know what I mean? Like, we oh, this is America here. This is China here. Like, this is shit that human beings create their own little, like, you know what I mean? Like their own
yeah.
little,
The only little
I
universe
own
world.
this there and
Yeah,
that there,
yeah,
and you know what I mean.
yeah.
You can't stop Mother Nature, and you can't
No.
stop the way of technology. That's something that you can't stop.
One thing I learned about looking at all this shit is, man, if Mother Nature wanted to wipe us out, she really could. Like
Of course,
I understand that these motherfuckers can. I understand that y'all, and I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I am gonna say something. I ain't gonna say nothing stupid about it. I understand these folks are able to create weather imbalances and create storms and change the way the temperature is. But one thing about nature, man, we are the virus to this woman. And when she really decides to hurt us or get rid of us, she will push back. For every time that you don't think it has ever happened, there have been earthquakes that have been very tragic. They've been
yeah,
9.0 or higher. Remember, Japan
yeah,
allegedly
yeah, yeah,
made their buildings to withstand 10.2 earthquakes,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
right?
shit is
Or
crazy.
9.5. It could get to 9.5 or 10.2. And then the 10.2 happens and it rattles and destroys everything. And then the next one after that was 10.5 or something like that.
Yeah,
Every time man thinks that they do enough on this planet to keep nature from fucking us up, Nature goes, no, here's an earthquake.
Yeah, man. They create, and my thing is this: they don't even test things long enough. That's another thing. They don't test
They
things
don't.
long enough.
They
These
don't.
people used to throw radioactive waste into the ocean, like, and then you got these fishermen taking the same fish, picking them up,
Yep.
scaling them up.
Yep.
Now they in your supermarket. Now you eating it. Now you want to know why cancer's out the roof. You got Bluetooth. These things that haven't like all this. It's not experimented that long enough to
Yeah. And then they're
find out
going,
what it's gonna do to the human body. Like
yeah.
you feel me? So
Yeah.
listen, man, we're gonna go for a ride, but guess what? We gotta buckle up. Humans are gonna buckle up, man. That's it. And we got AI now, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
AI is here
Yeah.
to stay. And AI ain't going nowhere. If you think AI is
Nowhere.
going somewhere, then you
Nowhere.
bugging. The AI
Tripping.
is gonna be in every computer, everything. And if that shit remembers everything.
Look, I bought the new joint, right? And I meant to buy the Dell instead of the HP. But it works well, but I know what's going on in the background when it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm working and I'm working on it, but I think everybody should be entitled to do the same thing or should be held accountable for them own selves to make sure that they can be not only successful, but they can be a thriving member of their family or society. So
Yeah, man.
you just have to be careful of stuff like this because these people are out here, man. They creating things that you can't do anything about.
Nah, man, it's Pandora's box, man. I always say that, bro. Like, it's Pandora's box. Like slavery, you know what I mean? You open that
Yeah.
world, you're gonna have shit. You know what I mean? And you
Hmm.
know, that's what I had in America. You know what I mean? You get the slave down, you gotta live with them. You feel me? You open that Pandora's box. Yo, you
Hmm.
using nuclear weapons, you dropping that shit on Japan. Now what? Now you got the Cold War. Now you got this war. Now you gotta watch out for you opening Pandora's box. You gotta leave Pandora's box alone, man. Don't.
Y'all gotta
But the
stay away
problem,
from it. They gotta stay away from it.
is human beings is we too curious. We too curious.
There it is. There it is.
You know what I mean?
Not only are we curious, bro, but a group of us on this earth are death-defying dumbasses, and we prefer to push the limits of where we are and where we're
Yeah,
trying to
because
go.
we curious, bro. We want to know it all. We have to know it all. We don't even know why we want to know it all. Yo, you know what I mean? Like, why you want to? If you can find out, you can know it all. Do you really want to know it all? Do you really want to?
I think I would, bro. Like I want
That's
to
the
know.
problem. You open now. You just open Pandora's box. You
I
heard?
want to know everything. I want to know
You open.
everything.
You go, and then when you find out, you might not like that answer.
I would be okay with the answer. All I'm saying is I want to know what happened at the Council of Nicaea, the Council of Constantinople. I want to know what happened with the ambassador or the brother Muhammad. I want to know what happened to Jesus Christ. Did these niggas actually exist? Cause y'all
Yeah,
telling us
yeah.
they did. Like I want to know all that. You know, so that's the stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I would want to be a part of. But yeah, like I definitely want to know what's going on. I want to be able to in that instance, I want to be able to dictate my life in the terms of it and be able to bring people with me or keep people from me. You know what I mean? And it won't
Yeah,
be no
yeah.
hard
Okay, okay,
feelings. You
okay. All
understand?
right, all right. I'm with
You
that.
understand?
I'm with that. I'm with that. But I feel like when you open Pandora's box, you're gonna open some shit up that you can't put
Oh,
back.
it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. But we don't
Yeah.
know that though, because that's what we was told via the movies. It once you open it, you know, the worst comes out. But we don't know that because we never seen it before. And I don't know anybody who has a living testament to tell me about that either.
I mean, I'm just going by just opening Pandora's box as nuclear weapons. You
Yeah.
use it, you open it now, people know, oh shit, these bombs is crazy. I
Oh,
need to
got
get
you.
them now. You know
Got
what I
you.
mean?
But see, and that's the thing. That's what they say they're working on getting past that, so they can integrate the technology to use the nuclear energy, and it'll be on a computer. And I was listening to, I think that was Neil deGrasse Tyson who said that once they figure out how to put that on a computer and use their energy and make it
Mm-hmm.
recyclable, the next stop is fission, and they want to be able to use nuclear fission as the next thing because it's uh what you call it, what type of energy is it? It's endless energy in the air, and you're just using it in the air as you type and do things like that. So, um,
Why do they even need nuclear weapons?
bro, these niggas needed
You
nuclear
know what I
weapons
mean?
because they paranoid, my nigga. Like these niggas are filled with fear. They've been filled with fear for so long. Like they've made it this way for themselves. Like all the conquering and pilgrimage, not pilgrimage, all the what's the pillaging,
Yeah,
all the conquering and pillaging that they did, bro. You don't think these motherfuckers was worried about niggas rising up again? They took back
bro.
Haiti, they
Yo,
took back
why
this, they
do
took back that.
my thing is this too for you? I got a question. Like, why do y'all want to take over the world? No one ever was successful taking over the world. Why do people? Why does a
Man,
nation? Why
this
you
shit
feel me?
don't belong
Why
to
do a
nobody,
nation?
man.
Why do people want to take over the world though?
I
Like
don't
the
know.
world is big enough for everybody to do what they
'Cause
gotta. Why do you feel like you need to take over the world? No one ever was successful in it.
because these niggas think that they gotta prevent a threat, and they bro, you always remember these niggas are paranoid.
You only live on one planet.
They paranoid and they're biased in everything they do. So their main thing is acquire, obtain all the wealth they can just to keep it, just to hoard it, bro. That's the problem. Why y'all hoarding all this money? Y'all can't take it with y'all, my nigga. Like when you
Yo,
leave here, it's a wrap. You
you
may
mean
not
money
come back to
that
the.
you mean money that is actually worth nothing or is printed. Like if I
But I'm
give you,
talking
if
about
I show you $100,
I'm
okay,
talking about their whole worth though, bro. Like why are you hoarding things that you can't keep? You can't take none of this shit with you, bro.
like the Egyptians did,
You can't take it with you though, fam.
you can't. That's all
Yeah,
physical shit.
those were some of the richest motherfuckers and richest mommies in the world, but they can't use any of that shit, bro. They gone.
And guess what? And the people still broke into their tombs and robbed them.
They broke into the tombs, they robbed them, they pissed in the tombs, they shitted in the tombs. They did. They
Yeah, I
did.
could do it. I know that's wild though.
They did that. They did that. And they did that to show that they didn't give a fuck about the culture of those people. You know,
Nah,
they
yeah,
didn't
that
care
was
about whatever
wild.
curse that was there. So
Yeah,
they
that was
broke in, they
wild.
pissed in them, they shit in them, you know?
Yeah, that was wild. That was
But
wild.
fam, all the money that I have, I can't take it with me. I have to uh divvy it up between my sister, my nephew, and whoever else is out there, bro.
Because that's not real value. And that's my point. What I'm trying to say. That's to me. Yes, we all need money, of course. We want to buy things and all this,
Yeah,
but to
we wanna
me,
do all that.
that's not real value. Because at the end of the day, if I give you $100 and I have $5, it's made
Mm-hmm.
from the same material.
The
You know what
same
I
thing.
mean? Your
The same
mind is
thing.
telling you, the program is telling you this is valued more, so you must value this more.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
in reality, it's the same shit. It's paper. You know what I mean? I always say this. Look, this is not my money. This money's not my money. My face is not on the money. My name is not
Mm-hmm.
on the money. This is America's money. That's not my money. I don't have no money. You feel me? I just
Yes,
hold
sir.
their money. You feel me?
Yes,
I just
sir.
hold it down. But that's not my shit. You feel me? That's not your money. This is just
Yeah.
shit they pump. You hold it down. You pump it back into the economy. You get it back. You feel me? You could purchase things, whatever, blah blah blah. But if you think about it, if you really think about it, we don't got money. No one has money. That's America's money. That's their notes or China's notes or whatever
And
notes.
it don't mean nothing. It means
It don't
absolutely
mean
nothing.
nothing. And
Nothing.
what does
It has
and
no
what?
value. Because
Thank
remember,
you.
it was backed by the gold standard, and then they changed it, and then they tried to change it back, and it's not gonna work, bro. So you got these other countries that are saying, yo, if they come over here, don't accept the dollar, or make sure that they trade that dollar in because that dollar's not gonna be worth anything once they come over here with it. So um, the things that they say matter that are tangible goods, they're not
Thank you.
tangible goods.
They're not. That's how I view it, bro. You know what matters, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen, they burned down or cut down a tree and made money out of it and then made paper out of it. That is a waste when you can literally make paper out of jeans or anything else. And I know that it can happen, it can be done because the people that I went to college with will make paper out of anything, bro. And it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah,
It looked
that's
great.
it.
You can do that, bro.
I feel you, bro. I'm a deep thinker, so I be looking at certain
No,
shit
it's
and
all
people
love.
yeah, you know
It's
what I
all
mean?
love.
And people, you know what I mean?
It's
But I
all
feel
love.
like the value in life, besides
Mm-hmm.
material bullshit, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the experience. You feel me? Yeah, the experience of life. You experiencing things. You feel me? I feel like experiences is the real value in that
It
moment.
is. It is because.
I had a dream, bro. I had a
Mm-hmm.
dream, right? That felt so real.
Mm-hmm.
It changed my way of thinking. Was it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a dream. But it was real to me because I had a real experience. So I feel like
So in
the
that dream, if you could reach out and touch those people or talk to them, and they were having a response with you, they normally what they say is that's going to be very real.
it was real. Listen, it changed my way of thinking.
Yeah.
That shit was real to me.
Yeah.
What makes it not real? It changed my experience of how I live my life today. So
Mm.
was it real? Maybe it
Mm.
wasn't physically real, but it was a real experience I did had. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
No, I got you. I got you. I got you 100%.
it's deep. I
I'm
know
with
it's
you.
deep. I know I'm going down my rabbit hole with it. But I love that. But to me,
No,
that
but
was a
what
real
they say is
experience.
that when you have situations like that, what you are doing is experiencing that you're having a vision, and
Yeah.
sometimes those visions are riddles, or they're straight up telling you what you need to be doing or what you're not doing. So, if you are having those, it may be a
Now I only had it
parable.
one time. I had it one
Okay,
time. It was a
it
one
may be
time thing. But
like they
it
say, it
never
may be a
happened to me
parable to your
before.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, it never
Okay.
happened to me before. And this dream was so, man, I tell you, listen, I drank last night. I don't know what happened. But that dream, I can remember that shit like it was yesterday. But it was just like, yo, that dream felt mad crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But it, while I'm up consciously, like that shit affected me. Like it made me think, like, yo, that shit was like an experience. You know what I mean? It
Do
felt
you
like
ever
an
do?
experience.
Do you ever do like the doctors do? Do you ever mark it down or write it down what happened when
What,
you
the
wake up?
dream?
Yeah, when you wake up, do you like write it
Nah,
down?
nah, nah, nah. This happened a long time ago, and then
Oh,
at the
got you,
time
got
I
you,
was,
got you,
yeah.
got you.
That's what I'm saying. This would happen a long time ago. This would happen years ago. But that dream, I never had a dream that felt so real like that, and it changed my way. And it was a positive dream. It was not negative or anything. It was just it was a positive, it was just real good positive dream, and I took that with me in the physical world. You know what I mean here, and obviously I'm still doing my thing, so it was perfect. But I'm just saying that experience changed my way of thinking, even if it was a dream, but it still felt real. So it makes me think, what's really real? You know what I mean? Is it experience? That's the value. It changed my way of the experience of life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To keep doing what I do. It's just crazy, bro. I could go for fucking hours about certain crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? I could go
Yeah,
for hours about certain shit like that.
yeah.
But yo, bro, I'm into all of that. You know what I mean? Deep thinking and like I love
You
history and
think that
science. Those are my
that
favorite things.
esoteric shit?
Yeah, history
Yeah,
and science is one of my favorite
yeah.
subjects.
Me
You know
too.
what I mean?
Me too.
Because it's like history repeats itself all the time. You just gotta
Mm-hmm.
just look back at it. But
Yep, 100%.
the technology is just different. It's like what they say, ain't nothing changed but the year to range. That's it. New features in the year range. It's the
There you
same
go.
shit. It got a wheels, it got four wheels, it got a steering wheel, it drives, whatever. But as the
Yes,
years
sir.
change, shit might drive by itself, but it still got a steering wheel, it still got four wheels. You feel me? Now shit got Bluetooth in it. Now the shit got, you know what I mean?
My man said Bluetooth. Ha! He said Bluetooth. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
bro.
it's one of those things, bro, and I totally understand it. But I love it because that means that your brain is working, bro, and you question the possibilities, and you also have questions for the answers. You know, you're not just saying, okay, that's why that happened that way, but you're more interested in, yo, how did it get like that? Like, where did it come from, and everything like that. And I think that's
Bro.
dope.
We
I
got,
think that's
we
dope.
got books and shit like you said, bro. Like you just go back in history and history repeats itself. If you don't learn from
Yeah,
before, you ain't never gonna learn. It's the
not
same shit. Like it's literally the same, just a different way.
100%. You right.
You know what I
You
mean?
right.
That's
You
it,
right.
bro. But listen, man, I gotta go out there to Chicago, man. I gotta go book a little studio. We gotta get some songs together. We gotta
Yeah.
get something cooking, man.
No, when you come
I'm
here,
gonna
bro, you
bring out
come in here.
Fresco too.
No, when you come in here just to chill out for a little bit. We ain't gonna do no music, man. I just want you to check it out, check out the city,
Nah,
okay?
yo, bro, I have to, bro. Listen, I walk around with my computer, bro. I listen.
Okay.
When I was
All
in
right.
Cali and where I go, bro, I'm still making beats. I'm because that's an experience, bro. I can't help
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I
I
had to
can't
talk to
help it,
one of the brothers, one of the guys here, man. See what we can do and make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
We'll
I'm
figure it
setting
out
that shit up.
for
I'm
sure.
setting
For
I'm
sure.
setting
We
it
can make
up.
that shit happen.
Hell yeah, bro.
Did I ask you? Wait, did I ask you this question? Name me five artists that you would like to work with. Did I ask you that question?
Oh, five artists? No, you said producer.
Okay. All right.
Five
Okay.
artists I want to work with.
Five artists that you want to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Five artists I want to work with.
Mm,
Five
mm,
artists.
mm,
Uh, five artists. Hmm.
mm.
This might be off the. You know who I would like to work with?
Who was that?
My man Slamcito. I
Okay.
like. You don't know. You know Slamcito? Ever heard of
No,
him?
sir. No,
Oh,
sir.
He's coming from Georgia. He got the dark plug music and shit like that. I like that. I feel like a lot of people is not really up on it like that with the dark plug music.
Okay.
I like that. Um,
You
I
got
will
something
work
out.
with
You got
Davies
some.
again. I ain't gonna lie, I will work with Davies again. I got some beats for Davies. I feel like he will,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Davies, I will work with Davies again.
Does
Um,
Slimecito have some music out that we
yeah,
I
yeah.
could
Slime Cito
check
got
out?
some shit. Yeah. Slime Cito from what they from? I know Georgia. I want to say Clayton County, I believe,
Okay.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the dog. I love those type of beats. I like that dog shit. You know what I mean? I like those type of those joints. But I feel
For
like,
sure.
you know what I mean. I will cook some shit up in a different way. I would love to do some shit like that. So who else I gotta want to choose or want to work with?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got
You got two
two.
so far.
Um, who I want to work with? Shit.
Only you know, my guy.
Um. who I want to work with? Damn, it's so much dope artists though. That's the crazy because so much. Uh, but cities again. Who else? Who else right now? Work with. I can work with. Damn. Hmm.
My man's is stomped.
Yeah. I'm stumped on that one because it's so much dope people. But I take when you say stuff like that, I take that real personal. Like, yo, somebody I really want to. I'm not really too much of work with a lot of people like that. But if
Mm-hmm.
I did, like, I know what I could do. You know what I mean? I know what I could
Gotcha.
do, and I know what I can't do. I'm one of those. Like, listen, I could do that. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Uh, mm, I would say Rock Marciano too. I will work with him because I feel like he's different.
I think that would fit. I think that would fit. I think
Yeah, I'll
that's
do
a dope
that
collab.
too.
Marcy be
Um,
so cool about everything, man. He just don't know how the beat gonna turn out.
yeah, he does beats too. That's what makes it make it more fire.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
production is crazy.
Yes, sure it is. I love it.
Um,
So who you got so far? You got
I said, I'm gonna pick Slimecito. I'm gonna pick Davies. I'm gonna pick Rock Marciano. I know this is a crazy. This sounds like a crazy lineup. Um, who else? Damn. Hmm.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on with
Damn,
it,
bro.
man.
I know.
Yeah.
You got me in a loop right now. Who else would I want to work on? Some um oh I'm gonna have to say Raekwon, man. I gotta put Raekwon in there. I can't, you know what I mean? Raekwon's like that's I gotta put Raekwon. Hell yeah. Gotta put the chef in there.
For sure.
All right.
For
How
sure.
many we got now? What how many more I got
So
now?
we got the chef,
Uh-huh.
2 or 3, right?
Oh yeah, Slime Cito, Rock Marciano, and Davies. Who else would I pick? I got one more, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. One more. Who else would I pick? Who else would I pick? Um, mm, might have to go with fuck it, man. Might have to go with 50 Cent, man.
Really,
I
you
miss.
would go with 50, bro?
I'll go
Wow.
50. I'll go 50, bro. I'll go. I feel like I could make some crazy shit for 50 Cent. I fuck with 50 Cent. I like
Word,
50 Cent. Yeah, I said pick
word.
50. It's so much dope artists, bro. I like a
Okay.
lot because I be juggling. You know what I mean? I be
Yeah.
listening to this, listening to that. Sometimes I'll be in my old bag with it, new. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like also to challenge myself too.
But a man on fire was a crazy. Uh-oh. It cut me. Did I go out? Can you see me?
Yeah. Nah, I can't see you. I can hear you though.
Hold on. Let me get it back. Get it back popping. Boom. There we go. I don't know what I did. So, Man on Fire was a great movie to me. So that's one of the movies that I would love, that I don't mind watching. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
what who? That's what Denzel.
that's Denzel, and now
Yeah, that shit's hard.
they had a series out now that you
I
can
heard
watch.
about that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I've been watching that as well. But because they are in Rio de Janeiro, you have to keep up with the subtitles and everything, the closed caption, which I haven't been doing. So I've been working doing my podcast.
yeah.
So
That's one of your
um,
favorite movies.
so wait. So let's just do that then. Let's just do that then. Boom. So I'm naming right here now. I'm naming my five favorite movies, right? All time.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, boom. My five favorite movies all time. Number one. Not any order, I'm just naming them.
yeah. Just still hit him.
Hurricane Carter.
Okay,
Um Life.
okay. That's fire.
Um what's the other one? When they went to Zamunda. Um
No, you talking about you talking about c- um, Coming to America.
Coming to America. There you go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so boom, we got Coming to America, we got Life, we got Hurricane Carter. After that, we got Gladiator, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Gladiator is
All right,
fire.
got Gladiator's fire, the first one, boom, and then after Gladiator, we got one more, um, and that one is going to be a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm,
So I got because he's to me he's a great actor.
mm.
So I'm probably gonna say Departed for
Okay,
now.
yeah, that shit
For
was
now.
fire.
For now. But that list,
Yeah,
as we
yeah,
know,
yeah,
that
yeah,
list
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
change.
yeah, yeah. My
And
shit's changed too. Everything changed, bro. But this is, you know what I
everything,
mean?
everything. In 10 minutes, that should be changed. And I'll be wanting to say some other shit. But oh no, I forgot this guy. Or I forgot that one. But yeah, my five movies are those.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay. That's
I'll probably
classic.
yeah. I'll ride with those. My five all time comedy movies. See, that's what I should have done. Five.
Mm.
Right. So I should have done that. So Coming to America,
Mm-hmm.
Life,
Mm-hmm.
Hangover,
Mm-hmm.
what
Oh,
wasn't that?
that's it.
Super Bad, and
Oh yeah,
40 year
classic.
old 40-year-old
Mm.
virgin. Yeah.
Fire, yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah. See, I can do that. I can knock that out because those are just funny as shit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. I love comedies too.
yeah, my nigga. Like you need to have your comedies. You got to have your comedies, man. That's how you balance it out with your hard days, your good days, and your bad
That means
days.
you watch Eastbound Down, right?
I didn't watch Eastbound Down. I
Oh, you
didn't
if you
watch.
listen,
No.
if you like all those, I guarantee you would like that
Okay.
series, bro. You gotta
Okay,
watch
but
that.
I did start watching that show where the guy from Roseanne, Dan Connor,
Okay,
is
yeah.
is a is a reverend, right? I forgot the name of
Oh
that
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a
He's in it
preacher or
though.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
cool. That was cool.
And
But
he
nah,
in there.
Eastbound
Yeah,
Down, bro.
Eastbound.
Eastbound
Yeah,
Down, bro.
yeah.
Classic, bro. Classic.
Okay.
Classic.
I've heard certain things about it, but I haven't
Classic,
tried it
bro.
myself.
Trust
I
me,
haven't tried
bro.
it myself.
If you like super bad and 40 version, you gotta
Yeah.
watch Eastbound Down, bro.
All right, I'll watch
You're
it.
gonna love
I'll
it.
check it out. I'll check it out.
I have to say my top five was Scarface is my number one movie, bro.
Ooh, why did I? Okay, all
Yeah,
right, all
Scarface is
right.
I could watch that movie,
All day,
bro, all day. You know
all
what I
day.
mean? All if you know, I got
Yo,
my top.
another movie. Let me say this too. Another movie that I love a lot is The First Predator. But keep on
Oh,
going.
that's fire. Yo, the new one is fire
Yeah.
too.
That shit cold.
That band, what, like Badlands?
Badlands.
Oh, that shit is
Badlands.
hard, bro. That shit was hard.
Let
That
me
shit was
ask you
hard.
this before you get your list
No,
again,
no, no, no.
right? Did you check out the cartoon that they got on Hulu or Disney?
I seen it, but I didn't watch it. I seen it, but I didn't
Flames.
watch it. I
Fire.
Yeah, the Predator shit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I seen
Yes.
it, but I didn't watch it. I didn't.
If you
I
got
seen
time,
it, but
if
yeah, yeah. That's good.
if you got
Okay.
nothing going on tonight
Yeah.
and ain't nobody gonna bother you, watch that shit. They give you three different perspectives of different people who had to deal with the predator.
Okay. I'll watch it because I ain't
Fire.
gonna lie. That Badland shit was fire. I thought that shit might be trash, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I watched that shit. I'm like,
It
yo,
was
this shit
good.
hard.
It's good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
This shit was
good. It's
hard. That
good.
shit was hard.
Yeah. But ain't
So I
name them
got
joints up. Name them
so I
joints.
got okay, I got Scarface. Gotta put
For
Scarface.
sure. Okay.
Child's Play 2. Chucky,
Wow.
Child's Play 2.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
Child's Play 2 is one of my favorite movies.
That's
I had to
two.
pick two.
That's two.
My third favorite movie is gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas. That's my shit, bro.
Okay.
That's one of my
That's three.
movies right there.
That's three.
My fourth movie, I would like to say, I might have to put Mortal Kombat in there, bro. I'm sorry, the
Really?
first one. Yeah, that's my shit.
Really? Oh, you went way
I was,
back. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, like, yeah.
Okay.
What's I got one more, right?
You got one more. One
All
more in
right.
that thing.
My last favorite movie, I could say my last favorite movie. Hmm. My last favorite movie might have to be I wanna say Paid in Full. I
Hmm?
have to be my last one. I love that movie too much. That
Classic.
shit.
A classic movie. I can't
Yeah,
be mad at that. I
yeah,
can't be mad at that,
yeah.
bro.
That's my I could watch that shit all day.
That's a classic joint.
Yeah, that's one
That's
of
a
my
classic
favorite
joint.
movies. I'm a movie dude. I love movies.
Well, who you telling, bro? Listen.
Yeah, I love movies.
Listen, I will literally sit here and chop up these podcast clips and
Yeah,
have movies playing all
yeah.
day, bro, and not be watching it and then turn around and recite the words to it just because I remember it or whatever.
How about horror? You like horror shit?
So I'm not a big horror guy.
I was gonna say
I'm not.
Terrifier, bro.
That's what
Terrifier is
everybody
the
keep
shit.
telling me.
Yo, you know
Terrifier.
that's from Staten Island too.
It is. I didn't
Yeah,
know
they
that.
made that shit in Staten Island.
I didn't know that.
The director, he's from Staten Island.
I didn't know
Yo,
that. So
Terrifier is the shit, bro. Arthur Clown, come on, bro. My man is ruthless. That nigga,
Terrifier, and I heard like two other movies that I need to check out.
I love movies.
Terrifier and something else. Yeah, I heard those movies were like gruesome. I heard they were like
Yeah, that
gruesome
shit's
movies.
fire.
Yeah.
That shit
But
fire.
if I gotta do those, then I gotta have to go.
AI
Um,
was a good movie too. I don't know if you ever seen that
but let me
movie.
say this though, because the ones I like ain't really that bloody,
Popular?
bro. They ain't that.
Oh,
No,
okay, okay,
they just
okay.
not
Horror.
bloody.
Which
They just
ones?
not bloody. So the Devil Inside,
Okay, okay, that was good.
The Right,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, what else do I know? I remember for scary movies. I think that might be it, bro, because they're the only movies that really made me like question, you know what I'm saying? Am I doing the right thing with my life? You know what I'm saying? I'm
The
dead serious. Have you seen The Devil Inside yet?
Devil Inside.
The Devil Inside. Check it out.
Okay, The Devil Inside.
Check it out.
That movie was like when they came out like '07 or something like that?
Around like
Or older than that?
2000, like
Yeah, it's
12 or
2000 early.
15. Yeah,
Okay,
12,
okay. I knew it was
2000.
one of those.
Let
Yeah,
me look it
yeah.
up. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, okay. Because I know I seen something like that. No, I'm thinking Drag Me to Hell.
It ain't Drag Me to Hell. Oh, another one I like is when the hand. What's the hand that somebody found the hand and it was a hand of a person who died. So they had the hand chopped off and they had it covered in ceramics. So the hand was frozen like that. But it was either a hand or a monkey's paw. And what happens is when you hold the monkey paw and recite the words, you get to cross over and see what's going on the other side.
Oh, I don't know. What the hell movie is that?
I forgot the name of that shit, but hold on, let
I
me
thought that
find
was
it.
Tales from the Hood or some shit.
No, it ain't, bro. You literally cross over and die. And then when
Mm.
you come back, man, it's yo, what was I looking up, bro? What was I looking for?
The Devil, what's it called?
The
No,
Devil
that's
Inside. The
yeah, The
Devil
Devil Inside.
When did that come out? That's what I was trying to find out. 2012.
Mm.
that came out in
Yeah.
2012, and it's based on a true story, my G. It's based on a
Mm.
true story. The woman is based on had been having issues since she had right before she had her child. And
Mm.
and when you go to the Vatican, or if the tapes that are on YouTube, if they still
Mm-hmm.
have them up there for you to see, she would be laying in the bed and shit would just go flying by her, and nobody else
Mm.
is in the room. And then while she's laying there, all of a sudden the sheets pull back and she goes shooting across the room.
Mm. Nah, that's some wild shit.
Yeah, it is,
I like
man.
shit like that too. I ain't gonna lie. I like all
Check it
that.
out
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Check it
yeah,
out. Check it
yeah.
out.
Like I'm into all of that shit.
Check it out. You know what I'm
Scary
saying?
shit, the bloody shit. I love all
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. So I don't really do a lot of the bloody shit and everything, but them Saw films, the first few Saw films were good, man, but then they just got redundant to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
did you ever
See,
see
I
that
grew up on
movie?
Mortal Kombat, bro. That's why I like
I
all
did
that
too.
violent shit, bro.
I did too.
That's
I
the
did too.
problem.
I did too. Did you ever see that shit, The Virus or whatever, from a Korean filmmaker? I think it was called The Virus or
Nah,
some
it's
shit.
nah, nah.
That shit was
Oh, when they
fire
came in
too.
like zombies and shit.
No, there wasn't zombies. It was about this family who took over somebody else's family.
Oh nah, hell no.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, so I gotta watch that. I gotta get on that. The
Yeah.
virus.
Yeah, I think it's
All
called
right,
The
double
Virus.
check.
Let me find out what it was really called. But the devil inside is like, bro, if that don't fuck with you, man, you a good dude. Um, I don't think it was called The Virus. Might have been called something else. Infection or something like that. Maybe that's what it was called. I can't remember.
No, I'm down. Hell yeah. Nah, that shit's lit, man. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah, you got a
Yes, sir.
good, you know what I mean? You got good selection of movies, man. I love movies. Comedies too, bro. I like look at all that shit. Stand up
Hell
and
yeah.
I like
40
documentaries.
40-year-old virgin was one of the craziest movies
Oh,
ever,
yeah.
bro, of all
That
time.
shit was mad funny. It was a different style of comedy too at that time. You know what I mean? I like that shit. Hangover, all of that.
Man,
My man, Mr.
that shit was
Child.
crazy. Yeah.
Yo, he
Mm, so long, fuck boys, and the jack
yeah,
off and
yeah.
yeah,
Drew, what the fuck is going on?
yeah, yeah. That shit was wild.
Yo,
That first one was crazy,
yeah,
bro.
the first one was wild crazy. I didn't like
Hilarious.
three like that.
I ain't
Three
like it. I
was
didn't either. Yeah,
Two wasn't
but
bad either. I fuck
it
with
was
two.
okay. But let me say this. I think I felt like three was better than two, though. I feel like that. But yeah, you know, to me, they were trying. They were just trying to push it together.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like they were
It's
trying to
like
duplicate what had actually already happened, man,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
wasn't working. It wasn't
I feel
working.
like yo, how can you be, how you gonna let that slide again and get fucked up like that again? Like Allen
Mm-mm.
had to go. You know what I mean? Allen will have to go.
Wow. Where is the
Yeah,
movie, bro?
yeah, I know, bro. I fuck with Hangover. I fuck with that shit. That shit
Yeah,
was dope.
Hangover was a dope ass movie.
Yeah,
Dope
Hangover was
movie,
dope.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Hangover was
at
dope.
night.
Hangover was dope.
Man, I'm trying to
Hangover.
find this joint.
A lot of good movies and shit.
Absolutely. It's out here, but I can't remember the movie. Bro, I'm not gonna be able to find that. When I find it, I'm gonna have to just send it
Yeah,
to you.
bro. Just send it to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just send it to me.
'cause
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna.
Scarface is my number one, man. I love that movie because there's a lot of lessons in that movie.
Yeah, Scarface is definitely like one of those movies that it'll teach you, but you got to be paying attention to everything that's going on with it
Yeah, it's a lot of lessons in that movie.
for sure. Man, we good here, man. We done. We
Yeah,
done.
bro. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. I appreciate you,
Listen,
man.
before we get out of here, let the people know where they can find you. If you got any music that you need to
Yeah,
that
man.
they need to buy off of you, tell them where to get
Look,
that music
We
from.
got the Rossetti Gallery. You know what I mean? That's out right now. Daddy's Home with Al Fresco's out right now. We got the Burnt Bridges EP that's out right now. I just dropped a little single real quick, a little freestyle called Vice City. You know what I
Mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, we got a lot of good stuff coming out, man. If you want to follow your boy Charlie Beats, man, with a Z, Charlie Beats with a Z. I'm on Instagram. I'm on everything that you need. Just check it out, man. I've been doing it for a while. Um, I made beats. I did the Let It Go beat by Davies. I feel like people don't even know that. I don't really go around saying stuff like that, but people don't even know that. Some people are like, "Yo, why you don't be saying stuff like that?" Like, so
So
I'm
tell
like,
me this
letting
then.
people know.
Tell me this. When did that come out?
That came out like 2014. You know what I mean? That came out like 2014. And I remember, going through Davies and Wayno at the time and sending the files and shit like that. It was dope. And then Nas heard the shit, fucking tweeted it, like, you know what I mean? It was dope because I was like, damn, I just made that shit like not too long. Actually I made that for Vado, you know what I mean? I was thinking more like trying to send that shit to Vado,
Hmm.
but Davies picked that shit up and he killed that shit. Can't front. He killed that shit.
For sure. For sure.
But yeah, man, I'm on everything, man. Charlie Beats with a Z. And my boy Al Fresco, you know what I mean? And we
Mhm.
working on finishing the was yeah, Chambers too. You just check the catalog. We got a lot of music. We still dropping more music, more visuals coming and everything. And
Yeah.
production and everything. If you need beats, holla at me, man. You know what I mean? Invest in yourself.
There
That's
you
how
go.
you get
Tell
your
them.
wealth. You know what I mean? Nah, yeah, I'm letting the people
Tell
know.
them.
Invest in yourself. That's how you get
Tell
your
them.
wealth. You feel me? Let's
Yeah.
do that. Charlie
For
gonna cook
sure.
it up for you. You know what I mean? That's it. We're gonna put
Yeah.
it in the pot. We're gonna make a gumbo. Or
For
proper, yo,
sure.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you again,
It's
man.
all
You know what
love,
I
my
mean?
brother. It's all love, my brother.
Yeah,
And as
man.
always, for everybody that's listening, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness.
That's it.
God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. My guest
That's it.
today on the podcast is Charlie Beats. Check him out. Check out his music. Check out his merchandise. Anything
Check
that he
it
got
out.
going
Check
on.
it out.
Follow him on
Yeah.
social media.
Thank you.
Check
Yeah.
in with him. Make sure that y'all get familiar with him and Full Profits Podcast. And as usual, my name is Brother O. This has been another episode of Full Profits Podcast. We are done here, ladies and gentlemen. Salute. Have a
Yo,
good one. We
salute.
out. Yep.
Yeah. All right, broski.